get into this, and I'm gonna ask you. All right, hold on, we'll save it. We'll save it.
I like this. I like this. The pre-game. Smash the like button. Oh
I mean,
damn.
I'm not gonna.
Yo,
I'm
Glenn.
not even
Glenn
gonna.
is on this like ASAP. Like my G. We've been on for like 30 seconds. I love you, Glenn. I swear to God, I fucking love you.
Is he gonna be one of the heads that's gonna be joining
Yeah, yeah,
on that shit?
definitely has definitely. Definitely, like I
Debatable.
said, you legit been on you legit been MIA because we've been talking about this on the chat. So you've been MIA just like busy or whatever.
Listen, season ended. I just went shut down
MIA, yeah.
over the weekend. Just spent time with the boys. Didn't worry about shit. Wasn't really on my phone. Nothing. Just slept. We fell asleep watching Lego Batman. Woke up when we could play soccer. Came home early. Passed out early. Fell asleep early. I went to work today, rejuvenated. I went fly as fuck. I had some new kicks. Had a new sweater I bought at Kohl's. I was looking top notch, like, and I was ready to kill it at work. And I was on one today. So, listen, this is what I needed because I've just been on one. At least the second half of the Galaxy season with away games and just dead every other weekend. I needed this. I needed this.
I
So
I
I'm
didn't.
rejuvenated as fuck.
I didn't. What up, Alejandro? Oh shit! Listen, crazy ass man out here talking about Clip City. Come on, dog. Clip City,
Hey,
dog.
you could
Come
go to
on,
a
dog.
Clipper game for $2.
What's Clip
Hell
City?
yeah, baby.
Exactly, Angel. Exactly
What
that.
it do, baby? What it do,
Oh,
baby?
baby. I don't know.
What
Clip
it do,
City was a
baby?
thing.
It's not.
Nah, it's I forgot what the fuck that shit is.
Exactly.
No one knows.
But those are my boys though, so I don't even care.
You're the Clip City top lad.
Oh yeah, I'm the top boy. I'm the top boy when the
Oh,
tickets are like $5.
Today.
Yeah, for real. Dog,
except
$3 tickets. $3 tickets to see NBA Finals MVP. That's easy, bro. That's a yes instantly.
never mind. I was gonna say shit. What up, Karina? What up, señorita presidenta? Señora presidenta?
This
Señora.
motherfucker said
Lob
Lob
City.
City.
That's not a thing anymore, dog.
It's Jerome though, dog. You know what I mean? Come on, dog. Like I was still playing like 2K16 or something like that, dog. You know what I mean? Like I get it.
2K12 and shit.
Yeah, that was it. That's a steal, baby. $2 champs or $100 fake show. Shut up. What up, Germs?
When's the games once? Oh come on, man. We've been betting the Lakers for a couple seasons already
Hi,
without any
Erica.
star player.
Same though. Like, listen, you got to talk about you're beating the Lake Show. Come on, dog. You have not beat the Lake Show. You just
Nah,
beat
this is
you
look.
beat the
I'm
Lakers,
not
dog,
gonna
not the
argue.
Lake
I'm
Show.
not gonna argue. Like people want to argue and want to say this is a Clipper city. It's never gonna be a Clipper city.
No.
Put like don't say that shit because it's not. But y'all hurting because we got Kawhi, dog, and I'm cool with
Dog, you
that.
you guys have the type of fans that like
That's
I think I sent you the picture that they were trying to compare it to the 91 Bulls or something like that. Yeah, it got that crazy. It got that crazy, dog. Clipper
Yo,
fans can have
wild,
anything nice.
man. Yo, wild.
Yeah.
Listen, Mata, just because I don't want to disrespect you, I'm not gonna really compare you what you're like.
Uh huh.
But you're my homie.
I was
So,
gonna do it too. I was
but
gonna do it too, but I was like, you know what? Like, nah, let's not
but
even do
but
that.
straight up, that's exactly what you sound like.
what?
An LAFC fan, dog.
Oh come on, dog.
So
I'm not wrong though. And
You
and,
super
and even
wrong,
if we
baby.
compare, the teams for what they are,
Hi,
right?
Evelyn.
The comparisons are very similar. The Lakers are equivalent to being the Galaxy, whereas the Clippers are equivalent to being LAFC. And this is just facts. This is not because I'm trying to, stir any shit. We can go down this road if you guys want. I don't want to. The same we could. We could.
That's not. That's a boring.
But I'm
chat.
not gonna.
That's a
I'm not
boring
going
chat.
to. I'll let Bailey handle that shit for me.
Yeah, Bailey's. I love Bailey. Bailey's tight.
Bailey.
Uh, Chewy says, "Nice hat, Angel."
Oh yeah.
It's
Yep.
dead.
And we're about to do round two in not next weekend, but the weekend after.
Nice.
hmm So Eddie has me on some stupid ass diet, so I'm trimming down even more now.
That's tight, though. I'm happy for you. You looking good, like
Appreciate
always.
it. Thank you, baby.
Like always. Like always.
Started that bullshit again today.
Did you? After
Yeah,
after you ate
but
that
like,
fried churro with the Oreos
yeah,
and
I went wild this weekend. Listen, we did Yogurtland on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah, we did Yogurtland on Saturday. We did pizza, I think, also. Yesterday, no, sorry, Friday night, I think. It's I don't even know. Point is, the weekend I had Yogurtland, I had Cold Stones, and I had that fried churro with Oreo stuffing and whipped cream and chocolate syrup. And then when I go all out, when I go to Yogurtland
Like
and Cold Stones, like all types of chocolate,
you,
all types of marshmallows, like I just wilded out. I
you,
wilded out. And
you
that's
know,
what I did this weekend. I had Panda Express with double fucking noodles. Listen, the chow mein, like I went all out, all out, all out.
you know what's funny?
Before,
My mom
what's
used to
up?
talk about that my mom likes Yogurtland, right? But she was talking about like I like it because it's healthy. But then she
Mm.
like stuff it with like everything, right? Just like
Chocolate.
yeah, just the whole nine. And I'm like, yo, it could be healthy.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna
But
say
when
it's
you
still
do
not really
that,
healthy
though,
because of
Hey,
all the sugar, but
yeah, when you
I
let
do
me
all
mean,
have
that,
the
it's
pinkberry.
it's a better option. I don't know. I think
um,
Pinkberry died because I know Yogurtland's for
Legit,
sure, and Tutti Frutti still around.
no,
legit. I just thought about. I just remember pinkberry, and I'm like, what the fuck happened to that?
no, the paper's still around, and they became self serve too.
They've always been
Yeah,
self-serve, aren't they?
no, Pinkberry.
Yeah.
No, Pinkberry. They would serve the shit for you. You ask them what you want. That was their
Mm.
spiel. Yogurtland is the one that
All
became
right.
that was.
Oh, Yogurtland's life though. Look, I even have the card. So we got points. We get all that shit now. Oof. Listen, Yogurtland's where it's at. And then it's cheaper. So listen,
It
I
is.
love me my
Well, it
Cold
used to
Stone,
be.
but
Well, it
after this
depends.
weekend, because obviously the day before I told you we went to Yogurland, and the next day we went to Cold Stones. We got the same shit. I got the same thing for the boys. I got the same thing for myself. The only difference is that one was yogurt, the other one was ice cream. I legit spent like maybe $8 more on
On
the ice
Cold
cream
Stone,
than I did
yeah,
for the Yogurtland.
easy. That.
And if anything, I probably stuffed the fucking the yogurt with more shit. So listen, that's the end of me and Cold Stones.
You done with it?
Yeah, I'd rather go to Yogurtland.
You know the shit. Like I'm not cool without sweets. Like I'm all about the savory shit. So you gave me like them like the piña locas and like all that like fruits with chamoy and shit like that. Like I'm all about that.
Yeah.
But the fruit shit, I'm like, yeah, just
The
like if
what?
it's like fruits. Like I mean like so you give me like savory stuff like some like with chamoy, lemon, salt, and like chile and shit. I'm all
Yeah.
about it, right?
Hmm.
But like sweet stuff, I'm like I get I'm cool without these
Oh,
food.
see,
What up,
but
Eddie?
no, I need my sweet shit. Like, listen, all that chamoy bullshit and takis and all that shit,
Nah,
a la verga.
I'm down
I
with
don't
that
fuck
more.
with none of that.
I'm down with
I
that
fuck
more
with
than
none of that. But listen, that white people shit, the Yogurtland shit, oof, top notch stuff,
just sweet
top
shit.
notch. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Masa 100 says, you look tired, though. It's not he's tired. He just is stuck on his phone. Are you doing foot shit again?
Droopy.
Not right now. The only thing I could possibly do in foot is unlock Scream Mozo, and I can't do that on my phone. So
Fuck Mesodosa.
I guess.
He's trash,
Okay.
dog. Garbage.
Okay. Watch when he ends up in the galaxy.
Yeah, I'm about to say that.
Can't wait to get that topic.
Oh, here's one. Karina says, thrifty ice cream or Baskin Robbins?
Thirsty.
Thrifty as fuck. Thrifty as
Thrifty.
fuck. You tripping?
Nope, hold up. If you get the ice cream from Baskin Robbins from the actual big buckets, the really, really big buckets, that's the good quality one. Trust me, I used to work there. If you get the pre-packed ones, that's the cheap quality. That's why it's so cheap. If you go to Baskin Robbins and you get the pre-packaged quarts, they're cheaper than getting them hand-packed because it's different type of ice cream.
Listen,
Facts.
I fucks with thrifty or Rite Aid ice cream like that pineapple coconut one. That one's fire for me. But I also like Baskin Robbins has that baseball nut. That one right there, top notch.
Well, listen, I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna front like if I don't fuck with thrifty. Like, have you gotten the vanilla? Well, the chocolate chip cookies. The
Yeah,
chocolate chip one.
yeah.
At Thrifty, that shit is top notch. But if we're talking about ice cream quality, listen, there's levels to this shit.
Does that what's this shit?
There's levels to this shit. There's
Listen,
levels to this shit.
we're starting a new
I mean,
podcast. It's gonna
I'm
be
an ice cream connoisseur.
we're gonna be critiquing desserts from now on. No
I'm
longer.
down.
I'm down.
Off season?
All season long.
Shit, hell yeah.
Every
Never-
every
you know what?
episode. Every
No.
episode.
I'm
Fuck,
down.
fuck my way bullshit if we do that. Guaranteed. 2020, home opener, Fat Angel again. I
Fat
don't give a
Angel.
fuck if we're gonna do this shit. I'm down. Fuck everything. I'm
No,
down.
no, let's not do that. You look good. Let's not do that. What up, Daisy? What up, Adrian? Romo said, "Be right back, boys. Finna score some bangers with Sonaldo real quick."
Hey, striker. Striker Sonaldo, dog.
Striker
Trust
Sonaldo?
me.
I don't know,
Striker
man.
Sonaldo, dog.
That guy's a cab.
He's
That guy
He's
is
a
cab has been
5-star
killing
weak
me.
foot, dog. 5-star weak foot. Striker Sonaldo, and he has the pace. Come on,
Yeah, he
dog.
does.
This is common
good.
foot knowledge right here.
He's good. He's good. Listen, my whole thing changed with Ivala though. Packing Dybala was so ridiculous for my team, dog.
Dog, I'm about to buy some packs. Fuck y'all. I know y'all. I know y'all tell me not to, but what y'all know?
You're right.
Or just hit up Jesse's plug. Jesse got the plug. You get
Straight
coins.
What's an
from the
electron
creamery.
player? Oh
Straight
no,
from the
premium
creamery.
gold pack. Should I buy a premium gold pack? Is that cool?
Please don't
Straight
do
from the
that.
creamery. Ooh, I dig that.
You want the jumbo packs. That's what you want. Not the premium gold packs. You want the jumbo packs.
What's the difference?
Jumbo packs are 50K. And they're
Coins?
yeah. Or
Oh my man.
Are we still on the ice cream topic?
No.
Just a heads up.
Oh,
Alright, well,
oh.
just a heads up. In case you guys didn't know, you guys can actually go into Baskin Robbins and buy the big ass buckets.
like the
Oh.
The,
what
the ones that,
no
yeah, the
shit.
big containers. Yeah, you can actually
Where
go.
the fuck
and-
you gonna store that?
Well, listen,
Where the fuck
I'm
would
just
you
saying you
store that?
could. You can actually buy that. I think it's like 60, 70 bucks. Oh, actually, I think it might be more than that. Forget how much it is, but yeah, you can actually buy the big ass buckets there. They have
Low
buckets
key,
of them in the back.
for Thanksgiving, I'm just gonna walk into somebody's house with a big ass bucket, dog, and like mad
There you
and mad
go.
pink spoons, dog, just everybody eat. Everybody eat, dog. Just
My pillow fell, dog.
See, but you know what the problem with that is though? That it's not like you guys ever buy those ice creams back in the day from like Food for Less, where you
Yup.
have like 4 different flavors or 3
yup,
different flavors.
yup.
Well, you fucked because you couldn't even buy one big ass bucket.
Yup.
And what if someone doesn't fuck with the fucking the what's it called, the baseball peanut butter
Yeah.
whatever you called it, yeah,
Baseball nut?
yeah, or
Dog,
any of that shit.
Are you
Listen,
challenging me
ask
right now?
not.
Are you challenging me? right now?
Yeah, listen, I'm just saying,
Challenge me,
I'm
dog.
just saying,
I'm about to
you
get
can't come up in there with that bullshit. Listen, if it's not Rocky Road, I'm gonna fucking kick you the fuck
Oh,
out
yo.
of this shit.
Nah, I love me some Rocky Road,
Rocky
Hey,
Road is
yo.
but
life.
Rocky Road does not love me. That shit fucks my stomach so bad.
Damn.
Every single time, dog, like clockwork, homie. I eat Rocky Road, and I ain't going out that night. I'm just gonna be chilling at home because I'm on call.
boys, we famous as fuck.
Oh.
David Alaba is on the chat, dog.
Oh man, David,
Yeah, we need a left back, dog.
Oh,
Get your ass over
there it
here.
is.
Tyler the Creator's twin.
Let's
Get
go,
your ass
dog.
over here,
Listen,
dog. We
listen,
need you.
He's going up on chat. He's going up on screen, dog. He's going up on screen. God.
David Alaba.
Yeah, we need you, bro.
Let's hit up DGK real quick. Tell him we got him on the chat. We're gonna sign him
Yeah.
right now, live
Isn't he the
signing.
one that looks
Mediator,
like
dog. He's the
like
mediator.
Like what?
Isn't he the one that looks like, what's his face? Or am I confusing him?
I don't know.
He's the one that looks like Tyler.
It is, right?
That
Yeah, that is him. Yeah, he's the one that looks like Tyler. Yeah, it is him. I just checked.
Oh man.
Man, that's crazy. Fucking ice cream. Now I want ice cream.
No, I'm good.
And there's ice cream in the fridge because the boys didn't finish the shit.
diet, dog.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying I want it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna have it.
Just go look at it.
I will. I'm gonna look at it really
Like
quick. Yeah.
dodgeball and shit. Just go sniff it real quick. Sit your ass down.
Oh, that shit when he has the little things connected and he tastes like, oh, you want that pizza, huh, fat boy?
Yeah. I'm about to
Doesn't
go.
he jack off with the
do you
pizza too?
Do you think if I
don't know,
snort
man.
a line of the vanilla ice cream that's in the fridge that I got Eli from Cold Stones, if that counts? Does that count?
I don't know, dog. Listen, it only counts if you make it count. You know what I mean?
Alright. Yeah.
Oh, plus, just
I
close
like that.
close your eyes, dog. Close your eyes if you don't see it. You
It
know
never
what I mean?
happened. Yeah, it
No,
never
exactly.
happened.
What up, Eddie? What up, Tony? What up, Tommy? Damn.
Hey, Tony finally made it on time. Dog,
I
he's
know, for real.
notorious for showing up like 45 minutes an episode. Be like, hey, I just got here. Can y'all
Start over again? Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that shit.
Hey, for real, I'm gonna say this again, but everybody who's in the chat right now, who's been fucking with us the whole season, who's been on the chat the whole fucking season, mad love to you guys. We really, really fucking appreciate it. We fucks with you too. Straight up, I love you guys. But
Love
now,
y'all.
But now hit that fucking like button though. You know what I mean? I got about half of you guys hit that like button. I need the other half. Angel, where's your Prince chain at? The chat's asking though. You lost it already?
Get that,
Oh, I thought you lost it already.
get that shit right quick.
What up, Ryan? Hey, congrats on the championship, papi. Seeing you won that.
What it do, baby?
Oh man, it's funny because we're at the game. We're at the game on Thursday, last Thursday, and I know shit. I hear, "Oh shit, what up, Frank? What it do, baby?" You know, like,
Dog, that's all I hear. That shit's synonymous with Frank now.
why don't we have guests from Nag News? We try to, but you know, I mean, we record. Like it just hasn't worked out. I hit up Eddie when Angel was out one time, but hasn't worked out. We figured it out though. There it is. There it is. There it
$200
is.
chain. $200 chain.
Like 24K, 24 karat gold.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you're saucy?
Yep, saucy as fuck, dog. I was too saucy for Prince.
Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy D Smoke. Congrats on
Hey, shout out
congrats on
D-Smoke.
winning Rhythm Flow. That's my boy.
Oh, that shit was tight.
Are you seeing that shit too?
Dog.
Yeah, I killed that shit.
Dog,
Easy.
that's just tight.
Rudy hit me up about it on Friday. I was like, say less. On Sunday, I hit him up. Be like, damn, that shit was dope. Huh?
Yeah, man. That's
Is that the shit that Lisa was watching the other day? I think.
Maybe. I don't know what she was watching.
It's it's basically like the voice for rappers.
Yeah.
With Cardi, Hatem, Ali, and TIP and Chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was watching that shit.
All right, boys. Let's get into this.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 Foul Mouth supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart Level-Headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Nah, I'm not.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What it do, baby?
See, what up?
Listen, it's
Sonido, sí, sonidos. Saludos para la quinceañera.
Ajá.
Sí, sonido. Sí.
Un saludo para la comadre que siga hartando y hartando. Lleva como 5 platos. Siga. Oh, man.
Oh man, that's so funny. Fucking
Hey.
quinceañeras, dog.
Check it out, though. Like, we behind the scenes a little bit. We got on the call a lot earlier than we usually do because we need to talk some off-season shit. But I think it was a good thing because we listen, this is a lot better energy right now that I imagined that we would have starting the show. Right? I know.
I mean, I was ready to bust that big boy, but you know, y'all don't want to hear that fire right
I
now.
don't want to hear that right now. Please don't.
You know, so all right, it's cool. I see how it is.
But
How you doing, Rudy?
Oh, I like what's going on. I like this a lot.
I'm a changed man, bro. Real shit. I'm different. I spend time with family now. I do crazy shits, dog. I didn't know I had it in me.
See, this is some bullshit, right? I thought you really changed. You asked me a question and then start talking about yourself.
Rudy, how you doing?
Thank you, Baba. Listen, I'm not.
Masa, ask him. Masa, go.
Nah, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all.
Listen,
Rudy,
I'm
how
only
you
here.
doing?
I'm only really here to talk about myself for a few minutes because I made my massive comeback yesterday. My legs are still tired as shit.
Oh shit, that's right.
But it was good. I went a full. I guess what did we play, like 35-minute halves? I guess I don't know, whatever it is. I played the whole shit. Obviously, it was a little bit rusty at times, but I survived somehow. My legs are dead still right now.
The hammy's good though.
Huh?
The hammy's good.
Yeah, Hammy survived, but legit, I wanted to sub at halftime, but we had no subs. So, you know,
I can't confirm nor deny I'm coming back on Sunday.
I hope so, because I was legit just looking to see if anyone would just miraculously come and just show up. Like, all right, I'm ready to play. Who am I coming? I'm like, me, I'm out. Like, I wanted to be out so bad. I was exhausted. And it wasn't really like my hamsters. It's just, listen, I haven't been playing, sprinting back and forth like that, high pace in a while. So I was done for sure. I was exhausted, but I survived. My hamstring survived. I still rehabbed them when I got home. Rehabbed them yesterday. Gonna rehab them again after this,
sure.
but survived. And I have a game again tomorrow.
That's fucking dope.
Hey, hold up. To address the chat, I scared the baby, but then we give her pizza and we give her some cool shit at the end. So
Yo, man, you're fucking heartless.
that's
bro.
gonna be my
You're
off
fucking
season,
heartless.
sponsored
bro.
by Straight from the Stands.
You're fucking
That's
heartless,
just
bro.
funny.
You're fucking heartless,
Yeah.
bro.
It's funny.
You're
Yeah.
fucking heartless, though.
That's just funny.
Um,
That's how it is, though. That's what you have kids for, though. You don't have kids to raise them. You have kids to play with them and scare them and do shit. Like the other day, I was playing.
No, you don't.
So read this. The other day, Eli was playing football by himself, and I just came out of nowhere and I just tackled the shit out of him, and he said I broke his neck.
Listen,
All right.
I did that to Jeremy. I did it to Jeremy when he was younger, and he ended up with like 6 staples and a couple stitches because of it. So I don't recommend doing that, guy. Just especially in an
dude.
apartment.
Listen, but we
Especially in an
said
apartment.
as a parent, we didn't say as big brother. Big brother, different. That doesn't apply. Big
Listen,
brother's different.
You know, I don't.
All right.
I don't know though. I don't know. Listen, I don't think you're parenting right, but who am I to say? All right, boys.
I mean, Eli's just bruised up, but he's fine. He's operational.
listen. I said might be scarred for life. So I don't know, bro.
Stacy on the chat just says that I said loves it. Real
Is it?
shit. Stacy gets mad and then she calls and then I said be like, no, we're just playing. It's okay. She's all crying.
Listen, if you guys don't know what the fuck we're talking about, go follow J undefeated 7 on Instagram, and you catch some of this fucking shit. And
I
it's
just
I
did
don't know.
that today.
I don't know how people still don't though.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's taking forever.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
listen,
if I don't follow any of us for you, goddamn.
it's just hilarious. All right, boys, let's get into it. Of course, we're here on a Saturday note than what I think we all expected it to be. The last time we were here, last Monday. And why even fucking sugarcoat it? Our season's over, right?
Damn, no, we just got quiet.
Hey, listen, man.
I mean, listen. Let's be honest here. I wanted to say that we're gonna take that fat ass L, but I just couldn't bring myself to say. That's why I said overtime, and it was gonna be. But
Oh.
it is what it is. It is what it is.
But we'll talk about
I
it
know
though,
we'll
because
never say it on here. I know we'll never say it on here, but I'll be lying if I said that I felt 100% confident. And I think we all feel that same way.
yeah,
We don't have to go. We don't have to go further about that, but
like it was eventually gonna happen, right? I don't think we could have fucking never ever lose to that team. I just didn't really want it to be on Thursday, like that's the one thing I didn't want. Like, listen, you know what I mean, I didn't want it to happen like that. But it is what it is. Last Thursday we went over to Stanka, California, to play the Western Conference semifinal against LAFC. And let's talk about this lineup. Let's get going and talk about this lineup. We came out with Bingham, obviously, Romney, Polenta, Steres, and Pipo. I'm gonna stop right there. For a second. Did that because I was genuinely surprised that really happened. Did you guys? What was your reaction when you seen that back line?
I wasn't surprised, but I had said it previously. Like, that shit was not gonna work.
Yeah, no.
And surely enough, like, we know how that shit ended. But
Did
it,
that fuck with your confidence, or did that change what you expected?
I mean, what confidence, to be honest.
Okay,
Like,
see, there you go.
I went there like, fuck it, whatever happens, happens.
George Angel, what you guys think? What you guys think when you
I
seen
personally, when I saw the lineup, I was a little frustrated just because having people there is telling me that you're gonna stay back and not push up, and I think that's what we had going for us, especially in the games that we faced them. The fact that our wings are that our back are able to push up.
Yeah.
So by seeing people, I kind of felt as you were allowing the pressure to come back to us, and I don't think that team that we played is a smart idea to do that with.
With me, it's slightly different because I did have obviously, I'm not gonna say that I was 100% and gonna say like, oh, we're gonna take a big ass fucking win. Sure, I said it in the pod, but there was no confidence. I was never confident about that. I wouldn't be surprised if we're taking that fat as L. However, one thing I had said is we need to play that same back line that we had played before. I didn't look at lineups. I didn't look at anything until I went up the stairs, and I was standing there. I can't remember who I was talking to, and then I saw the team. I think when I came up, the team was already warming up. So when I saw the team warming up, I looked to see who were the first 11, and I'm like, oh shit. I saw Romney and I saw people. I'm like, we're in for one, because this is something that I said, and I'm gonna own the fuck out of this. We needed to play with the same back four that we've been playing these games, or at least an iteration, with the exception of maybe the season. I mean, the game earlier this year at Stank, where we played with Polenta. Was it as left center back?
Yeah.
Left center back with people with him, right? And with it was people that was with him, right? And then it was Felster at right back, and then Shelvick at left back. Because we talked about how well Shelvick was doing moving back and forth. It wasn't until he got subbed out that things changed. Look at all the games where they played each other. If I recall clearly, it's always been some type of versions of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about Felster and something about Shelvick for that game that they show up, that they tend to play well. With the exception of the very first game, right? The very first game, but we know everything that went around that game. A lot of the shit that happened, there's arguable a few different things. If any of those goals were really Shelvick's fault or people or Felster's fault, but this was already last year. But even from then till now, those four have at least 3 of those 4 have been in those lineups. Felster, I don't know what it is about him, but that game he knows how to close down, Rossi or wherever he was playing. Usually he was closing him out. Shelvick, to me, it's his speed. It's a different element, because even if he doesn't have to defend well, it's the element that he has of his speed is going to make it difficult for players, or even just the idea of the counterattack or going forward. You have to pay attention to him. There's so many different factors and different things that you can talk about.
To simplify that, like, Shelvick and Felcher are different type of players than Gonzalez and Romney. Just simple as that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're different type of players, right? Like the positions they play, even on the field, they look the same. The way they play them is completely different, right? And so yeah, like to me, and that's why I stopped it here before I went through a whole lineup, because that to me was that. So I wasn't confident. I'm not gonna say I was super confident, but I felt like we had like a real good shot of beating them, right? Because I think we could.
At that
Uh,
point, I was whatever. It's like more. Let's say I was 60, 70% confident. You know what? Let's just say 55,
mhm.
45 confidence when I said on the podcast. Immediately switched the balance when I saw that lineup. Switched because again, I'm gonna keep saying this on record. I'm not a big fan
Shelvick.
of Romney.
Oh no,
No,
no.
of Romney.
Okay.
I get why we have him on the team. He's cheap. He's utility player. Get it. I don't want him gone for multiple reasons. But in a game like this, there's no reason why that guy should be playing.
Accurate. Accurate. Yeah. So same. I think we all feel the same way. Where this back line didn't give us confidence, or didn't affected the confidence that we had going in, at least for fans. And I think that's a pretty general statement, and I think it's accurate though, right? A lot of fans, everybody I talked to, like, was bugging out that we were starting with a flat four.
Ooh, hold up. No, fuck that. Fuck that. There's so many fans out there that have been calling for fucking Shelvick's head, for Felster's head, and I get it. I get exactly
So
percent 100% of why. I get 100% right. But let's be honest here. Let's talk about the games where these guys have played each other. It's when we talk about specific games, this is the type of game where all that shit goes out the window.
yeah, well, listen,
Felster and Shelvick, they tend to show up for this game.
I-
Maybe not in the
I
way that
think-
certain people want it. Go
I
ahead.
think the biggest critique was people though, not necessarily Romney, right? I think people could swallow Romney. I think having people there, and just because of characteristics of people, I think,
That's
and the thing that's the sentiment I got from most people is like the fact that people is there, like you're really expecting
See,
people to
but
hold that.
let me knock this
that right
down
now.
though. To me, people was arguably and this from what I recall, the second game early this year, at the first game at Stank, the first of the two, he played with Polenta, and that's in our back row. And I vividly remember him sliding, doing as much shit, diving after balls, having a solid ass fucking game. He had a great game.
Out
He
wide
had a
though,
really good game. No, out wide, absolutely not.
that's a problem.
There's no right, which is fair. But you saying in the field, let's be honest. That's what I'm saying. That's not a fair statement. In that position, yes, absolutely. There's no reason.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Right,
You know what I
okay,
mean?
that's
So
fair. My
that's what I
bad. And
meant.
that's but you in
Yeah,
terms of
makes
playing
sense.
in that game, he played well before in that position. Well, in next to Polenta as
Mhm.
center backs, he played that shit well earlier this year. He was solid. He was hitting. He was physical. He did everything that we were hoping him to do the entire season. Obviously, he didn't do the entire season. Absolutely, there's multiple reasons why he should not be coming back. We're not gonna get into that right now. Same thing for Shelvick. Same thing for Felster. I get that, but for this specific game against LAFC, no.
Yeah,
No,
no.
everyone's bugging. Everyone's fucking bugging.
Listen, in that argument, I think it's a fair argument, right? We could sit on either side of the fence of that. But out wide is, I think, where the sentiment was at, right? Like, because knowing the characteristics of LAFC, having people out wide seemed odd. It seemed like it was a miss move. You know what I mean? It didn't. It seemed that right. But let's move on before we get into everything else that happened. Down the middle, we had Santos and Kitchen. Willa just sitting right in front of them. Out wide to the right, we had Antuna. Out left, we had Pavon, and of course up top was Zlatan. And so the only other thing I'll bring out with out in the lineups is that at the same time we realized that Zimmerman and K were both out, or they were not starting, right? So as much as I was not pleased or a little surprised with the back line we chose, I was feeling better that at least K wasn't playing, right? Because Zimmerman, that's Zlatan has him in his back pocket forever. But K I think is a real key part of their midfield. So I felt
He's a threat.
yeah, no, he moves the ball well for them. So I was happier to see that he wasn't playing. That made me feel a little better. But let's get into it. It's what these games are. Is what every single one of these games has been, right? Energy was stupid. Energy was way stupid. And in for once, I seen LAFC kind of fall back.
Dog, we pushed that fucking team
Yeah.
back. Like it was crazy because I walked into the stadium, whatever, you feel the energy from everywhere, like it's tense, like, and then the game starts and the way we were playing the first couple minutes, I was like, "Oh, we're about to do the unexpected here. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're about to do what everybody says we couldn't do."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened. That team usually try to press high. They couldn't get out of their half, touching the ball. They were losing all the fucking second, like the rebounds. They weren't winning it. We were there first.
The team was
Like,
pressing.
yeah, we looked like we had
Yeah.
all the energy. Like we were about to take this game over. You
Listen,
know?
yeah, I mean, right off the bat, pretty early on, we had that shot from not Polenta, Pavon, that gets ricocheted of a player, and it goes post.
Hits the post.
Like
Yeah.
that
Dude,
was
God
way
damn.
early, man. That was way early, and I was, and I was just, man, at that point, I was all about it, man. I was hyped. I was feeling good. And, it's funny because like at the game, I thought it was necessarily us doing that to them. Seeing the replay today, I think that was a little bit of their game plan, where they're gonna sit back a little more, right? They weren't gonna press us, and just kind of wait to hit us in the counter, which eventually they did, and they ended up playing the way they do going forward, but switch the tactics defensively, and I think that made us comfortable, like real comfortable, right? Because we look comfortable too, right? We look comfortable. I seen.
You know what they did to us? Dog, they fucking punched us in the mouth. That shit. Some shit, huh? That's some shit.
Touches in the mouth. Yeah, man.
Dog, what the fuck? Their first opportunity, well, not the first, but we'll get into it. Like they took advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That was on us though, fool. We were shooting ourselves in the foot.
Exactly,
The whole
they
fucking
punched us
game,
in the
like,
mouth, but we gave it to them.
well, let's talk about that first goal they scored on us, right? Because what player I've been high on Polenta when it comes to his composure on the ball, the way he moves the ball, how comfortable he feels with the ball, and then this shit happens, right?
This is the polenta that we
What did happen?
talked about. This is the polenta that
He
we've been talking
dribbled
about. Like, when he
past
dribbled
two,
up and he passes
when
the
he-
ball straight forward.
No, he didn't
It-
pass it. He took
No,
a
no, no,
heavy
no,
touch
I'm
when he
saying-
took
I'm
the
saying,
second
like,
guy.
Yeah, but I'm saying is this is a polenta that we feel comfortable with him doing
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of those opportunities have led to our goals and beautiful passes.
Mm-hmm.
And then this should happen.
Yeah, we're like, so he took the first guy. He took the first. He got past the first guy. The touch was bad. He tries to recover and shield it, but the ball kind of gets behind him and gets poked away, and then that's when the move starts. That's when their counter starts, and they find Vela out wide. Listen, this is uber critical because I know where the play starts, but with that goal, all my fucking worst fears came true, right? Where like that line is a little too slow. The line is a little too slow, and the line is all center backs. So, like, I mean, like, you expect them to play as wingers. It's a little hard. They find Bella out wide. Bella soft touch inside with his left foot, second post under Polenta, I think it is, and under
People.
Oh, yeah. So the pass goes by people. When he comes back in, I think it's Polenta that is in front of him. It goes under his foot. It goes under Bingham's outstretched hand and into Sinet. And in that moment right there, dog, like I like this in the stadium. I like that's exactly how they can hurt us every single time. Every single time they wanted to, they can hurt us that way because I don't care how many times you play that. I don't know if people reads that the way he needs to read it any single time. Right? It just
Well, yeah,
In that case, if you're
easy.
people, what would you want him to do?
so the thing is, like, again, right, it's the thing of not being necessarily aware of your shoulder, of who's behind your shoulder, right? Because there's no shift towards cutting a passing lane. It's just almost like the ball's in front of me. Let me try to close in, forgetting that there might be somebody around your shoulder. Like there's no intention, there's no recognition of that person behind you, and that composure, or at least what I would like to see. And we can disagree to this is like recognizing somebody behind you and then looking for that where the passing lane is at. Try to get that, or even so falling back and make sure that you're close enough to your man that if he does get the pass, you're there, right? Like, but
Personally, I agree with. I would have liked for him to completely forget about the man having the ball and follow Vela. I'd rather take anyone
And it's
shooting
Vela,
that ball
right?
from the middle. Yeah, the fact that it's Vela on his left foot.
Yeah.
It's-
He
Maybe
cut
score
back,
with his
though,
right,
right?
though.
And
Score with his
just
right,
he cut
score with
back
his
to
right.
his-
Yeah,
he
he
cut back to his right. Yeah, he cut back to his right.
but that's the thing though, right? Like we all talked about it. I think mentioned it in the pregame, right? It's containing Vela. It's containing Vela, and I think maybe not the first clear shot because I think they had some opportunities before this, but when they build up the way they built up, and because listen, that goal was not something we haven't seen from LAFC against us before, right? Like that's similar to the way they score on us. So seeing that, the fact that there was no like that they could skip your mind, they could slip your mind that hey, Vela's behind me. Like it's a bad way to concede a goal. Understandably so, that is the way they score goals, right? Like so, it's something that is not foreign to them. They didn't do anything special for us. They figured out how to break our line, and that was my worry when I saw that line. 1-0, bro. 1-0 early. Oh, not early. What is it? They scored in the 30th minute.
15 minute. I think 15
No, it
minutes.
was early.
No. Oh no, yeah, you're right. 16 minutes. 16
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
16 minutes. 16 minutes. Correct. But even after they scored, I didn't feel like I mean, like the team. By no means did the team ever feel like they put their heads down and they were like fuck, right? Because I think we came back.
Well, the only thing upsetting me was after that goal, it gave LAFC confidence.
Yeah.
Because prior to that, like I'm telling you, we looked like we were about to do the business. And after that goal, I think they got back in it, and it was kind of even. It wasn't like they were better than us.
I don't agree with you at all, not one bit.
What's your take?
Because we've seen this before. At least at this point, we've gone down early to them within the first 20 minutes. Sometimes one or two multiple goals, whether it's home or away, same script, all over again. I don't believe that shit for one fucking bit. That we feel more confident or that they feel more confident. I think both were like, all right, listen, this is only. There's still another. With whatever there is left, 80 minutes left to play, or 75 minutes left to play, or 70 minutes. The point is, there's plenty of time with two teams that their offenses are going to be on point. There's going to be chances on both sides. Fuck the defenses. Both defenses are absolutely shit. Right? Let's not sugarcoat this. LAFC's defense is not anything to be scared of either. All right. I don't believe that one bit. It's like at this point, kind of like what George says. Punch him in the mouth. To me, it felt just. It's the start of what's going to be a heavyweight battle.
But you know what? But I'll say this though, right? Like maybe it wasn't the confidence, but they knew they had at least the goal padding to work with. You know what I mean?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that. There's no
You
padding.
think so? I think so.
Not at all.
I think so
That was
because I think after this. Listen, historically speaking, I hear what you guys are saying, right? In the game, I kind of agree with Massa. Maybe not in the wording, but I kind of agree with Massa where they started to look a little bit more like themselves after they scored their first goal. Right, because before that,
it's like an immediate padding, like an immediate, like hell yeah, we got it, and then you look on who's across from you, and then that's when the mind game starts. I think that's when the Galaxy has that plus on them. The fact that we do have those games, so immediate, I can see how you feel like there's a confidence boost, 100%. You score a goal, there's still some type of of confidence you build off of that. But seeing who's across from you and knowing what's happened, there's no way that I feel like. They had.
I'm just saying they felt like they settled in better to the game. It wasn't like they were better than us. They weren't. I don't think they were better than us in the first half, but it just from the 15 minutes prior to us getting scored on, we looked better, and after that, it kind of evened out. So like they settled into the game.
That's it, right? Like so, I think so. I hear what you're saying. Like in the mental, it might be the same way, but in the actual game, I felt like it translated that way, where like they came out of their shell a little bit after they scored the goal. Right, and they seemed like they had a little more game to them, but it was back and forth. I mean, listen, one person sticks out to me a lot. I mean, and the thing he has the whole season is Jonathan Dos Santos, because seeing Jonah not only being the scrappy Jonah that we love, but also having the energy and the will to like try to take players on. I've seen him, dip his shoulder and cut in and push the ball forward so often throughout the whole game, but especially after we got scored on. When there's hunger, what I didn't see though is finding Zlatan where he needed to be at, right? I saw him so many times far right or far left, getting the ball far left with nobody really attacking the middle, and then them having to play back to the middle or further back down the line. So after they scored a goal on us, I don't know if I want to say that they impacted us where we the chance creation was weird this game. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like we were creating chances the way we like to create chances.
Well, that's because we weren't playing with the wingbacks, and we were trying to play the same style as we did against Minnesota United, which we said was not going to
Not gonna
work.
work.
Rudy,
Not gonna.
you,
Yeah.
I think, were the
Okay.
one that said this on the previous show that whatever we did against Minnesota was not going to work, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what we tried to do. We were in the four CBs. Our width was gone. The overlaps that we could have had with Shelvick or even with Felster, because he tends to push up. Although that's been one of our biggest issues with him, that it's his speed dropping back, that he doesn't have the stamina or he's too slow to drop back. But the intention when we push forward with both of those guys, it's a different
Yeah.
attacking
Yeah.
style, and we did not have that.
It also
It
creates a lot
was
of numbers in the
yeah,
in there,
and
right?
the
Like we,
offense, yeah,
yeah, we are
exactly.
gonna have. I
And then
agree.
in that sense, when in a defense like theirs, that's also as trash as ours, it's also going to create again, same thing. It's what I've been saying.
Yeah. No, I
That's where my concerns were in this game immediately when I saw that lineup. For these reasons, right now I sound
broken
like a
record.
broken record.
Yeah.
Legitimately, I
No,
do.
we
It
all
sound
do.
or like if I'm on repeat, like I just heard a brand new love song that I love and I want to learn all the lyrics, or the new Bad Bunny that came out and I want to learn it. It's on repeat. That's what this is. That's
I
really
hear
what
you.
this is, because that's what should have happened, but it didn't.
So, with the thought of having a solidified flat four in the back around the 40th minute, Antuesta or whatever fuck his name is, the midfielder from LAFC, does people so dirty with something so basic, and I don't get it, right? And it's pretty high up the field. It's not near our area. It's pretty up the field. So when he gets a turn on him, it opens us up a little bit, and they're off. Now this second goal is where we all think is an offside, right? Where it is an offside, just the VAR
Yeah, it's an offside.
decided not to look at it by minimal amount, but it's an offside, right?
It's an offside,
yeah,
and this
it's
is
an
not
offside.
because I'm a Galaxy fan or anything like. No, let's be honest here. It's legitimately an offside. There's nothing around it. There's a legitimate offside.
Yeah,
I don't even want to talk about the fucking offside because it's just so it gets me pissed off the fact that there's agenda in this fucking game, and I don't want to get into it, but the fact that we have fucking VAR, dog, this shit. How many times have we said the fact that we have VAR?
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's been an ongoing thing all season against the Galaxy, and anyone says that it's not true, you're full of shit, because it's happened more times to the Galaxy than any team in the MLS this year where there's obvious shits that need to be called that should have been reviewed by VAR and that they don't, or if VAR takes a look at them and comes up with some stupid ass excuse as to why the call stands or whatever you want to say. But it is what it is, right?
Well, listen, this one was the chairman not clear and obvious. But if you're offside, you're offside. Like you're either onside or offside, right? Like there's no
there's
gray
no
area.
between.
There's no
Yeah,
gray
there's no
area there,
between.
right?
No.
Like it's
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
onside or offside. So I don't get it. Let's move past that because we there's we could bitch about this
Yeah,
whole
there's nothing
time.
we can do about
can't
it.
do
Yeah,
shit
it
about
is what
that.
it is.
But again, it's another player where they slip the ball, and we don't really necessarily know how to react to it, right? Because when they slips the ball, listen, with a straight four in the back, with four center backs in the back, the goal gets scored 2-on-1 versus Bingham.
Yep.
Listen, and here's the thing, like it's so minimal. It's offside. I'm saying it's offside,
Yeah.
but it's so minimal that there wasn't even a time for the players to be like offside and stop the play, right? Like it's bang bang, right? Like
Yeah.
I wanted to call back once they review it. But
I don't know
how
Bella's miles ahead by himself, and that's not because of the offside is nothing. That's
Yeah.
our defense.
Yeah,
That's
just
the
asleep.
fact that man is by himself. He has time to control the ball and push it in.
Yeah.
I don't understand that shit.
I'm telling you, like, listen, with a flat four in the back, with the ball starting in front of all four defenders, they end up scoring a goal 2-on-1 versus Bingham.
Listen, we had a better goalie, I'm just saying.
It's 2-on-1 versus the keeper, bro. Like,
I'm kidding, dog. Poor Bingham, dog. Listen, I know I give him a lot of shit, but he had nothing. He could have done any of the goals this game.
He actually had a game.
Yeah.
Too. He had a good game.
It's funny.
He had a lot of 1v1s.
We got scored on 5-1. I mean 5-3,
exactly.
but he had
When
a
you
game.
get scored
Right?
on 5, you can't say much.
Yeah. But man, like it's so stupid to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, how when the ball starts in front of you, like it's not like it was a long ball. It wasn't. They just slipped it behind the defense and nobody reacted enough time to fucking.
You know what that goal reminded me of? The type of goal that we expected Minnesota to score on us.
Yeah.
right? Remember how we were talking about, hey, close the gaps, and those are the type of plays that LAFC attempted to do to us multiple times in the previous 5 games that they just couldn't really get. They just couldn't really get. You know why? Because, and again, back to their repeat, back to that new Bad Bunny jam. Felsier, for some reason, has always done a good job of closing those shits down. Or he just plays too compact or too close to the middle when they're pressing us, like he closes shit down. Or it's just maybe that understanding with the center back that's next to him. Listen, that new Bad Bunny, I'm telling you.
Here's the thing. You want to know what's worse about it? We've seen people get burned like that over and over and over again at practice by Araujo, by Araujo and Pontius. So if you already seen this happen in practice by two players who are less caliber than, or supposed to be less caliber than their starting 11, like it's a bad move, man. It's a bad move because he doesn't have the legs or the reaction time for it, man.
Question, and just completely not random, but do you think that maybe GBS did this on purpose to kind of
showcase how bad we are?
Showcase how bad some players are? Because look, Shelvick's wasn't even in the 18.
Yeah.
Right. For as much as I say Shelvick this, Shelvick that, realistically he wasn't even in the 18, so he was never going to see the field.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think that this was done on purpose so he can? And there's people out there that might not agree with this statement. Again, this is just hypothetical. I don't think he would, but you think he did it on purpose to highlight this? Listen, now you have a reason to boot his ass, and he's not back next year.
I don't think so. I think you want to win.
Reason prior to I don't think he did it on purpose, but it was more like, look, this is what you gave me to work with. I don't have any real backs. Like, the fuck you want me to throw out there?
Accurate though. I mean that is accurate. Because listen,
hey, real shit, and I hate to say it, it sounds like Arsenal. The fact that you don't have the fact that you want to spend money and then you just put out shit, so they could be like, look, this is what I got to work with. This is what you giving me. If that theory
Arsenal's offense is legit, or usually is the defense the problem. And guess what that sounds like?
Yeah, listen, animate this comparison. Animate this comparison, so we might be on something, right? Like animate this comparison. Animate this comparison, so we might be on something. Listen, Nick, to answer your question, I think he wants to win it, but the reality is that's who we have as backlines, right? Mm-hmm. He's probably fed up with Shovik and what was not going to happen, and he probably saw something.
Felcher, though. In that position was Felcher.
And he probably saw something in Minnesota that he thought he could replicate here. And I wanted to get into this later on, but I'll just say right now, GBS has to take a fat L for this one.
100%. This shit falls on him. Yeah, put out the players. People was trash this fucking game. Nah, I'm not gonna sit here and let you, because dog, you defended Polenta. So I'm not saying it's Polenta's fault.
It is Polenta's fault. It's Polenta had a shit game too.
And people had a
worse game, and the fact that people had a worse game than Polenta, that says a lot about people's game. Dog, people had the worst game that we could possibly see as a defender. The worst game. I'd rather have Rolf.
But we knew this coming in though.
Who?
That doesn't.
Okay, well, I said this. Why go?
Let me say something.
Hold on.
Let me back George up a little bit. Let me back George up a little bit. Let's say fine. Forget everything. People starts in that right back row. First 45 minutes. We haven't even gotten to our goal yet. We're still at their second goal. But obviously we score a goal. We make it 2-1. Cool. Yeah, we're going at the half with some confidence. You got some momentum in those final few minutes of that game. You make that sub. You've seen that fucking that people's been shit. I mean, garbage. And you throw in Felsier immediately 40 at that point. It's a fresh start because you have 15-minute break. For the most part, everyone's about to start again, and you don't automatically start with the same type of rhythm as the game ended. So you're giving Felsier the chance to get in rhythm with the game with both sides, not just the rest of your 10, but also the opposite 11. Right, so sure, and on top of that, you have fresher legs. Mm-hmm. That is tactical errors for me. Yep. Listen, Rudy. Yes, you said something that maybe GBS saw something that he wanted to replicate. Well, guess what? 45 minutes went by. Your player already got smoked once. You're not gonna replicate what you did against Minnesota. So as the coach, if you already saw you are not gonna replicate what you did against Minnesota, then change it at the half. That's why you have 3 substitutes. And fuck 45 minutes. No, that's a perfect time to do it, especially for a defender.
Listen, but this criticism of GBS, we're not the only ones who have had it. Like this is something they get at
This
him
is
a
some
lot.
Boca shit.
They get him a
This is
lot
his exit in
for like
Boca.
not making the moves when like not even, to make the moves. Let's try to get back on track. But before I do, I want to say that me and Glenn are on the same wavelength right now because as much as I want to say, listen, people had it fucked up, got a shit game, right? I'm not arguing that, but we're also asking him to be a right back, right? And when we're seeing people at his best, he's a center back, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
someone that has to go that again. It's a technical. It's a coach's decision to make him play a right back in this game.
Yeah.
So like my statement stays the same for me. TBS takes a fat L for this one. Let's get back into his game. They scored 2-0 on a asterisk on that bitch because that's an offside goal. And then we do what we know we can do, right? A minute later, kickout comes up. We figure some shit out. The ball gets put to Zlatan in the middle. Bad touch, but he's strong enough to recover from the bad touch. Puts it out wide on a platter for Pavon, and Pavon is not gonna miss that.
That was one of the few times. You know how you said he was drifting right, he was drifting left.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the times that he was at
in the middle
where he was supposed to be at.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
And then fucking
the middle.
Pavon wide open, dog, because that Zlatan, so much attention on Zlatan.
Yep. Listen, but you have quality like fucking Pavon, right? And you seen like you serve that to Pavon, and Pavon like before he even got there, like as soon as he saw the ball, he knew he was gonna score that, right?
Easy finish.
Like the goalie knew he was gonna get scored on when he's seen, oh shit, it's Pavon running down at the ball, I'm not getting there. That's a goal. Like that's a goal, right? And to be honest though, like at 2-0, I was stressed. I was stressing. I was like ah fuck, right? But at 2-1,
Oh yeah,
the first minute, I like, oh we're in here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do
I was
this,
saying we
And
needed to
same
go
thing.
before the half, and when that happened, I was like, "Oh, this is it.
Yep.
This is it. This is what we need."
Yep. And bro, like I'm hyped. And you don't know a fucked up story, little story, let's side story. At the 36th minute, I went downstairs to get a beer.
Oh no!
So I'm getting a beer in here. Oh, and I look up and it's the second goal. Oh, fuck, whatever. Right? I say whatever. I pay for my beer. I turn around and I hear and then look up and it's my home score. I'm like, what the fuck? Like how? Like I just missed 2 goals. Whatever. But
Sounds
listen,
like me in Portland in 2013.
yeah. Well, I missed both goals. I missed 2 of the goals this game. Listen, 2-1 going into half. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better, and I'm starting to feel a little confident, right?
Yep.
My chest a little sticking now because I'm like, yeah, it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. LAFC people knew it was gonna happen. Like they were stressing at that point at 2-1 and a half. Like their fans were stressing. I know for a fact that team walked in there, even if they didn't say it in their talk, like they stressing because like it's 2-1. You let the Galaxy breathe, right? In this game, in this fucking rivalry, you let the Galaxy breathe. They had to be stressing. Man, before the second half starts, you see fucking Drini. You see Drini like getting ready. He's there. I think it's Drini and Corona, right? So I'm seeing this. I'm thinking. I really thought like it was gonna be Drini at the start of the second half. I thought it was gonna be Drini at the start of the second half, and I was like, I was ready for that too. I was super ready for that. But he didn't. The game goes on. The game starts. The Galaxy, listen, for what it's worth, the Galaxy.
Can I ask something before we go into the second half?
Yeah, go for
Because did all 3 of you get a chance to watch their replay?
I did, yeah.
George, Masa?
No, I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch the replay, so maybe
I
you guys
remember
should-
everything vividly from the game.
Okay,
like,
so you can address this because obviously multiple times I had my back to the field, right? Obviously, it was my thing on the top. Where was Antuna in all this?
Antuna was irrelevant this game.
Yeah, but it was because he had no support. Like, to be honest though, like
That's fine. That's fine. I just want to know where he was.
Yeah,
Was a Jet involved in this at all?
yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. Because, and this is from what I recall, right? This is why I'm asking because I don't want to speak out of my ass right now. To me, Antuna was completely irrelevant this game.
Yeah.
Completely. There's 2 things that are really big. This is one thing I also wanted to address when we got into halftime. Really, when you mentioned that you saw Drini warming up, I did too, and I'm like, okay, obviously I see something on the field. This is from what I've gathered in the field. Obviously, it's different when you're in the stands, right? You don't get to see the game the exact same way as you do if you're watching on TV or if you watch a replay. But I'm like, I'm like, okay, so I'm not crazy. Antuna's been useless. I expect Drini automatically to come in at the start the 45 minutes. him and Felster should have been automatic starts for the fight. I don't. Anyone says, "Oh, well, you want to save this for that?" No, 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 no. This is a fucking playoff game. You don't do. Oh, I'm gonna wait to see what happens later. No, no, no. There's no tomorrow here. Here you play. You obviously have to save that one extra. That extra sub to see what happens. You get 70, 80
Injuries.
minutes
Yep.
in. That's fair. But two, you only have 45 minutes left in your fucking season.
And I think and listen, and whatever, it might sound a little arrogant, but that was like, to me, it seemed like a obvious move. Like, those moves are obvious to me, right? Like, you bring in Adrini because, for what it's worth, no, not even for what it's worth, because Adrini's skill set is so much better than fucking Antunes, right? Maybe the speed is not
And
there,
irrelevant, Antuna.
but all right, I'll back him up right now. But we can all agree that Adrini's tool set is a lot deeper than fucking than
Absolutely.
Antunes, right?
Yeah.
And then we've seen that Gonzalez is not right back, and I think, and that's not news, and that's not fucking news, right? And we've seen that Rolf steps up for his games. Rolf not only steps up for the game, but he's also like very physical in a smart way. He catches up with people, and he knows how to cut lanes a lot better than people does, because he's a fucking right back, right? I'm not saying that Felcher's a better defender or anything like that. I'm just saying he's a better right back because he's a fucking right back.
The only thing that I guess I would say to potentially defend GBS making those two subs at the same time is we're talking about the right winger and the right wing back.
Yeah.
But even then, again, it goes back to the statement I said earlier.
Yeah.
You're starting fresh in that second 45 or second 45. So it's not like if you're making the two substitutions
In the
at
middle
the
of the-
40th minute or at the 55th minute. No, it's almost like a brand new game.
And
Right?
here's the thing, right? Like so we were talking about Antuna being irrelevant, and I think Antuna was irrelevant because he didn't have anybody to feed off of, to make those runs, to lay off and run, to check in with. That's a big part of his game, and he wasn't there. Like,
Which is fine.
you know what I mean?
But
So
that's one of the things. And remember the Kino days. Remember people used to be like, "Oh, he bitches too much." Drini does that shit too. He bitches a lot, but because he wants the ball. And Antuna, that's something that he
Yeah.
lacks. He's a little pussy when it comes to that
he
shit.
doesn't have that.
And that's
that-
being
yeah.
facts.
No.
Like if no one's giving the ball, then he's not gonna say nothing. Drini's opposite. Like, no, give me the fucking ball. I need the ball. I want to create. You see the heart that he puts.
Yeah, 100%.
You see how much he wants to do.
100%.
He wants to create. Pavon is the
100%.
same shit. That's a good problem to have. You have two wingers that want the fucking ball. Guess what?
Yeah.
At this point,
Either
your
one,
center
either one,
midfielders-
yeah.
Your center midfielders are gonna be looking which one's open, And
Yeah.
guess what? As a defender, you got to, whether it's the defensive midfielders for the AFC or just their wing backs or their center backs, you
Like,
got to pay attention to
you
both
can't-
of these guys.
you can't just
Right now,
focus on Zlatan.
Yeah. In that first half, it felt like they were focusing on Pavon and Zlatan because Antuna was irrelevant.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to get to
No,
when it
and-
comes to the whole Drini thing coming in immediately. Him and Felster at the start of the second.
I think your assessment, at least I agree with your assessment. I think it's right. But let's move on. We come into the second half, and as I was saying before, we derailed to God knows where. The Galaxy came out with the intention of getting that second goal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like they knew that if they get it early enough, that you could switch the whole fucking momentum. Like, I mean, just 180 on that bitch one time. And they came out that intention. And the way they scored a goal, and the way that goal came,
We were in the head. We were in that head.
yeah, no,
That was it.
I think so. Like, I think, because they had won that battle, right? They had won that battle. They had because I think Zlatan and whoever the other guy is, they both went up for the ball. The ball ended up winning that ball. They tried to give a back pass, and I'm not sure if it was for like that center back or for the goalie, but that's a lot of pace in that ball for a back pass that short.
That was
Right?
a shot. He took a shot off the goalie.
Like,
and then the defender tried to block it with his chest.
Yeah, and then that, right? The defender tries to fucking bring it down. Like, at that point, just fucking clear that bitch. You know what I mean? Just whatever you have to do. But again, it's a fucking rocket, so maybe he didn't have the chance to fucking react to it. The point is that Zlatan, for a 30-year-old man, has great reaction time. Because when he saw that, he was the first one to hop on that. And then he has
his eyes lit up, dog.
and then he has
Horrible kick.
and then he has a shit shot. I mean, that shot is shit.
Horrible.
Shit. He puts
Dog,
it right
he
at the
lives
goalie.
in that motherfucker's head. He lives in that dog.
Dog,
He took the L.
No, he shot it at the goalie. A gimme. You know, he shot it at the goalie. And somehow Tyler Miller figured a way to score that. Because
Tyler Miller.
dog, come on. I mean, that's at his body. And you know what? I don't know. I really don't understand how a shot at midfield goals megs you. Like just weird. It's weird, bro. But whatever. You know what? I'll take it 2-2. 2-2 at the 55th minute. I'm talking about we pretty much have the whole second half to fucking work with and get that third goal, right? At that point, listen, Drini I think was either already at the line or getting ready to come in at that point. And it's right. If we weren't doing
like 3 4 minutes after the goal.
Okay, so yeah, but I mean close enough to it. If you didn't come in the like right at the beginning of the second half, you score the second goal, and you bring in Drini, like I mean, come on, you have to feel like you're gonna win that game. You have to feel like you have something to prove in this game, right? He comes in, and I'll tell you this, man. Like to me, Drini, and I want to have a conversation after this, but to me, Drini, like, I don't think he's 100% fit or 100% game ready.
No.
But man, like his eagerness and his eagerness and just like the understanding of game rhythm is so dope to me. Like I seen this today, like on the replay more than I did at the game, because after this I went downstairs again. And then I was never able to come back up because they weren't letting me up. So I watched it in between the crowds in the corridors and downstairs. But Alendrini gives you a different dimension to the game. At the same time, Alendrini comes in, you have Diamante come in, and you have Zimmerman come in. Now, Diamante, I'm a little bugging about, but Zimmerman coming in, I'm okay with because that's Zlatan's son. That is Zlatan's son.
Oh, when I saw Zimmerman come in, I was like, yo, this is it. Like, we're about to fuck. These fools are scared right now.
Mm-hmm. And then the shit show happens. Vela to Rossi. That goes in. Is what 3-2 at that time. I'm like, all right, like we're just gonna climb that hill, right? Like we just gotta come back. But then before we can settle back into after 3-2, it's 4-2. Right?
Yep.
Dog, tell me how he was that open. Tell me how
it's so fucking easy, bro. This is why the 4 center backs are never gonna work, dog. Rossi was. I seen Rossi when that play was happening.
The second one?
He was the fourth one.
The fourth goal.
Fourth.
He was.
I mean, well, yeah, the second of the back-to-back.
Chilling.
Oh, yeah.
He was chilling by the bench area, like just chilling. He was just standing there, and as soon as he sees that they're making the run forward, dog, he takes off, and it's like obviously people's not gonna catch him up because people standing still. And Rossi's at full speed and a through ball. Like, it's not going to happen, dog. Like, no one saw Rossi, dog. Because he's chilling. He's standing on the sideline. Like, not like...
That's not an excuse, though. Dog. I'm sorry. That can't be
I'm not saying it's an excuse, but I'm saying, like, how did no one see him if I saw
what's
that?
the awareness of your
dog,
your right
what
back?
was our defense? We always say they're not good with the run. We ball watch.
Dog.
But even then, at that point, but by what you guys are saying that he was just standing by the benches, then if you don't even have to make a run, you just gotta watch to see where your player is.
Yeah, and either step in that line or cut or cut the direction of the run. Like, but like by the time they realize that what's happening, it's way too fucking late. And listen, and here's the thing though, like 1-2 guys go after Rossi, but then you have to watch who else is coming in, right? But nobody fucking does.
See, but that's still, and I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna blame anything on David Beckham. Not a goddamn thing. But what did he do on that play? As a goalkeeper, you got to watch to see who's coming the back or what's going on something like that.
Listen.
That has to be.
You have to be on their necks. Yeah, you have to be on their. Like, you've seen every single time.
Especially
backside. You know what I mean? I'm always
especially when you just got scored on. And listen, this is part of the things why I say he's a subpar goalkeeper, if anything, average. A world, you know what? Not even world class. Let's say a good goalkeeper, enough for our squad. Would be alert on something as simple as that. At that, you don't even fuck Polenta, fuck Stairs in that sense. Who cares? Fuck the center backs. As the goalkeeper, if you're not, your eyes are not moving to see what's going on in different places. It's gonna make the. If you see that you're the winger from the LAFC is about to put in a cross, or you see that he's in a dangerous position where he could put in a cross, doesn't mean he's gonna get it over, but he could. Quick glance.
Mm-hmm.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
Mm-hmm.
At least from what I saw, I didn't see none of that.
Well,
People try to say, listen, oh, the smoke. The smoke looks like that
oh,
in
come
the
on. Yeah,
transmission.
no.
On the transmission. If you're in the field, it's not a big
No.
fucking deal. You can still see it.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
not
not
a
use
big
that excuse.
fucking
Let's
deal.
not use that excuse.
Yeah, fuck
Let's
out
not
of here
use that
with
as an
that.
excuse.
Yeah, no.
Listen,
That's pathetic from not just the defense, but from the goalkeeper too. And again, I'm not gonna push it on David Beckham because people think it's automatic, but Rudy, you can back me up here. And
no,
again,
I
I'm
I
not gonna
agree.
blame him on the goal for what it
But
is, what
he
it is.
could have done more, right? Like,
But come on, he should have done something.
yeah.
And I don't even know if he could have came out for the ball.
No,
I
no,
don't
I don't think he
remember
can because
seeing that
he
shit. I
has
don't.
to shift to his first pole, right? Because of the way the angle the cross is taken, he has to shift to. So I'm not saying that he should have got there, but man, like again, right? Like I'm not trying to compare myself to a professional keeper. That's not what I'm doing. But
But that's basic, right?
but
Yeah,
every
and it's
single time
basic.
that I'm in that position, and you play my defense, Masa, you play my defense. Yo, I'm calling out every single player I see, right? I'm telling you exactly where they're at, like down the middle, backside, like, and I'm at your head without having to lose the focus of the player coming in. Now,
See, but
I can't
but
say
that
that he didn't do that, but like it doesn't look obvious that he's doing that.
well again, and that maybe that defense doesn't listen to him because they don't have the confidence in him,
Yeah,
and
maybe
that's
so.
what I'm getting at. Like, listen, if your goalkeeper is telling something, and you don't listen to him. There's some issues going on there between goalkeeper and back lines, and maybe a back line feels the same way as I do about David Beckham, or he's just trash in that sense. And listen, this has nothing to do with abilities. Sure, I get him like, oh well, you guys play soccer. Listen, but just because we're not capable of doing it doesn't mean we're gonna have the brains for it.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm by no means comparing myself to a professional keeper. By no means.
like
That's
it's
not
like
what I'm
people
trying to
at
do.
the restaurant that judge the food. Well, did you cook that shit? No, you go cook that shit then. If you think you're a fucking chef, bitch.
All right, man. So at 68th minute with 4-3, 4-2. I'm sorry, 4-2, 4-2. And whatever we
And
did,
then they make the substitution for Gonzalez and Felster.
well, I was gonna
Right,
say that, right? Like,
not right after that, but maybe like a minute or two after. I'm sure
yeah.
at that point, Felster just want to go change because it's only like a 4-minute difference or something like that.
yeah. And the thing is, like, you nullified everything you did to get to 2-2. At this point, like, you're back to the same fucking predicament where it's
Yep, 0.
2-0, right? Like, so anything that happened, you nullified it. Man, and I don't remember if it was before or after Rolf comes in, but you see fucking there's a play. Actually, you know what? Let's take it back because I know this is for the goal. There's Gini gets a bouncing ball down the middle, takes a fucking rocket, it gets deflected, it bounces back to Jonah. Jonah takes a fucking rocket shot, and the bitch ass keeper actually gets a hand on it. Like, because that could have put us 3-3. Even prior to that, I think Jonah gets a bounce inside the area, and it bounces it in front of him inside the area.
Hey, that keeper kept them in there because I think Dave Romney had a really good header in the first or second half, and the goalie stretched out for it and saved that shit.
Yeah. So we had chances before they tied. We didn't capitalize. And then I think after they scored a goal, right after they scored a goal, there's a play where they get the ball slapped down wide. He puts it back into the middle, and Gini goes for the scissor kick instead of doing anything else. I love Dream. I love me Dreamy, but that was a bad decision, right? Listen, I hate what's the guy the ESPN guy who fucking calls these games? I forget his fucking name.
Tolman?
Yeah, I hate him 100%. I despise him, right? But he says something that's 100% right. If my man runs near first post as a tap-in, right? But like he's always looking for that, like he's looking, he's looking for that angle shot, like to kind of get wide on him. And then it bounced on him, and he had to go for the scissor kick, and the scissor kick was like, it was just a bad decision to me. I think Roman at that, listen, I think a game ready Roman, like a player who's been playing a few games, scores that, but you see it, and at that point, like he's not there, right? He's not up to speed with everybody else in the field, to be quite honest. And then we ended up going down 4-2. We finally make a fucking move for people, right? Like fucking Rolf comes in for people. And listen, he comes in 3 minutes later. There's a foul on the field. Roman puts in a fucking stupid ass cross, like on a platter for fucking on a platter for Felcher, and he scores a goal, which is probably our nicest goal of the whole night. You know. Any comments?
Right.
Are we over?
All right.
Are we over it? Are we over it? Is that what's going on?
It's just beyond me. It's just beyond me how we see this shit, and we're calling for these subs at the 45th minute, and immediately I wouldn't say immediately, but once this sub happens, something like this
there's an
comes from
impact.
it.
Yeah, there's an impact to it, right? Because even with Genie, right? Like, and I'm trying to scheme through it because we're already pretty much an hour into it talking about this game, but uh, even with Genie, like you seen Genie, like he wasn't getting the support. He wasn't getting the support that he needs as well at the wing. So he was checking in the middle a lot. Like he'll come in, check in, and then make the run from the middle. So you've seen his impact. You've seen his touches on the ball. I mean, like he put some crosses out from out wide. They were like, I mean, crosses that we didn't see the whole fucking season, right? So like you see his technique. You seen fucking Fulcher came in with fucking hunger and he got behind the ball. They put it in and scored a goal, but just a little too fucking late, right?
What's up with that 83rd goal then from Dio?
Yeah.
Oh, dog, that's a polenta, bro.
Tell me about it. I don't remember it at
That
all.
was a fucking. Dio receives with the back to goal, dog. Like
Wait,
to let
hold
the
on.
pass
Wait,
happen.
when was Zlatan's goal that was called off? Was it before that or after that?
Before that,
After,
was it after?
No, it was after.
Oh no, yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
already,
You
It was
sure?
we were
after,
already
yeah,
down
yeah.
5 goals.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
already
were
down
Alright,
5-3.
Yeah, you're right.
It was like 90+ minute when
Yep.
Zlatan scored already.
Mm-hmm. Took
Fool. Dio receives with fucking back to goal, and he has no support in front of him, and he does a simple fucking touch to the side, and Polenta overcommits, and he just outruns him
Yep.
down the middle, and then no one decides to close down the player with the fucking ball. I think it was Steris or Rami. I forgot who it was. They're tracking back because I guess I think it was Vela or Rossi making the run into the box, and instead of fucking stepping up to take Dio out, the player with the ball, they kind of drift and they leave a wide open goal. Like
Yep.
it's like a 1v1 basically.
Yep.
How the fuck does no one commit to that?
No,
Commit to the fucking ball. Fuck the player making the run. At least try to cut off the passing lane or fucking go for the ball. I'm going for the ball every time.
it is this fucking it is this inconsistency and bad decision making, right? We've been asking them to fucking be aware of the runners, right? That doesn't mean open up the space for somebody to run down the middle, right? Like it's just so dumb, man. It's so fucking frustrating, man. And at 4-2, I thought it was over. At 4-3, it gave me a little spark of hope. At 5-3, I wanted to kill everybody. You know what I mean? At 5-3, I was just like, fuck. It's our first L in the playoffs against this fucking team. I was just so fucking, I was bummed out, man. I was legit bummed out. And that's how this story ends. Good night, everybody.
Dog, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, man, it's a bummer. It's a complete bummer to me. And you know what the worst part about it is? That especially today, looking back at the game, watching the replay of the game, it didn't have to go down that way, right? If we're just a little bit sharper in both ends, right? In both ends, if we're just a little sharper in both ends. This game, listen, I called the 5-4. I think I called it in the
5-4. And
Right?
I told you that was not far fetched.
Yeah, no.
Listen, and let's be honest here. Let's be completely honest here. And I don't want to go to the whole, oh, well, listen, VAR, this, or that. But a fact is, one goal was offside. And another fact is, Zlatan's goal was not a foul.
No, yeah.
So realistically, and look, game's over. We lost. We're out. Eliminated. Boom. This should have gone to overtime.
Yeah. Yeah.
It should've. And whatever happens in overtime at that point is what it is.
I was gonna say that, right?
But-
This could have ended 5-5 to me.
And,
Easily
and
5-5.
listen, LAFC fans can say whatever the fuck they want, but realistically, their defense is as shit as ours.
Yeah.
Yep.
We could have scored more goals too. Same way they could have scored more. Both defenses are shit. I'm not gonna predict what's gonna happen in playoffs from here now, because then people are gonna say that I'm a hater, blah blah blah, which is not the case. But let's be honest here, their defense is not any better than ours. They still conceded 3 goals at home.
The biggest difference between us, at least this season, was the fact that they could hit first. They could control the game, right? With us, is like the fact that we can score goals, but we feel like we need to get scored on first before we wake up. And I mean, listen, 5-4, 5-3 in the playoffs, right? And it was that, right? Because it's just that if we score first, if we can control the tempo of the game, we control the whole thing. Like it doesn't matter about our shit defense because we control the game already.
But even if they score first, if you score 3 goals in any soccer game, especially away from home, and you still lose, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
There's some big issues right there.
100%.
Yeah.
Listen.
Big ass issues. Three goals. Listen, anyone could say. Let's say something could have had some sitters, or fuck that fourth goal that they called up, or whatever else would happen. You still scored 3 goals, and you still lose.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Come on.
Listen, we're getting in the chat a lot of MLS wants LAFC to win. VAR, that's what VAR calls. I think the narrative is definitely that, right? Like they want it
There's
to
an
be
agenda behind it.
like, they want Atlanta too, right? Like last year was this treatment for Atlanta, right? If fucking the teams are coming in are any good, they're gonna do the same narrative for them.
It's fair to agree. I'm not gonna say, hey, it's an agenda for LAFC, whereas I think it's more an agenda against the Galaxy in general.
Against Zlatan, dog.
Against a lot. Well, no, I'm saying against the Galaxy.
Well, yeah,
in general.
against-
'Cause, like, there's games
well-
we talked about this. We this happened in the past. There's been multiple games where Rudy said, "Oh no, man, I don't give a fuck bar. If we would have put the goal in already." Blah, blah.
I stand
That
by that
happened
though.
multiple times this season, at least 3-4 times this season. And Rudy, you can say
I stand
whatever
by
you
that,
want,
yeah.
which is fair. That's definitely an agenda against the Galaxy. Anyone says otherwise, and listen, if you guys want to take it that it's an agenda pro LAFC, that's fair. I don't want to get into that. That's my shit. Like realistically, they're the best team in at least offensively, they're the best team in the league right now. I don't think they're the best team overall because their defense is shit. And I'm not gonna. I'll throw hands with NFC fan all day every day. Listen, you just conceded 3 goals at home. At home, you just beat us because our defense is shittier. How are you gonna put up with a Seattle team that has a better defensive unit? Atlanta that has a better defensive unit. Toronto that has a better defensive unit. And I get it. I get that they got the most points, but this is playoffs that we're talking about. They haven't given up a whole lot. In case you haven't been paying attention. I mean, sure, we're not getting into that.
Yeah,
Not gonna
getting derailed.
But the narrative, and it's an ongoing thing. You guys see it on every single time that any pundit could take a jab at the Galaxy, they would. They love that shit. The MLS hates the Galaxy. Everyone hates the Galaxy, but the problem is that you can't. We're still the big
No,
dogs.
but we're the perfect villain. We're the perfect
Yeah,
villain.
exactly.
We're, like,
And I'm okay with
especially
that.
with
I don't mind
Zlatan,
it.
especially with Zlatan, we're perfect villain.
Yeah.
And listen, and just I'm gonna rebuttal one thing, and maybe what you're saying is right. I don't believe it, but maybe what you're saying is right. That there's agenda against the Galaxy, right? Maybe so. But the fact of the matter is that we had the quality this year to put up with that bullshit. Well, we just fucking we couldn't get our shit together the whole fucking year.
Offensively, sure we did.
Our attacking quality.
Yes, Look, midfield and up. Yes, definitely. Defensively, there's major issues that we have to address.
Listen, so what I'm saying is, let's go back to the most clearest one to me was the game of Colorado. I think that was the clearest indication of how, like, if it's a call with any kind of doubt, it's not gonna go our way, right? That game itself, with the shit defense that we have, there's no way we should have lost that game if our quality up top would just finish their fucking opportunities. So again,
One game opposed to how many?
Yeah, no, listen,
And that happened multiple times. And
that
that's what
the thing happened that happened multiple times though, like us not finishing or us not eating, us not taking our chances to win these games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that happened multiple times. Like, listen, again, Transmission said if they would have won 2 more games, they would have been the other side of the bracket, right? And we would have hosted a game, and then would have played Seattle or whatever, right? Or depending where it's like, if it was second place, they would have played against us, whatever. We could have prolonged this by putting ourselves in a better situation.
We
But
could have.
didn't.
Absolutely.
But we didn't.
Look, that's why I'm not mad about the fact that we're out against LAFC. Like, that's not even. People are like, oh, we shouldn't. Listen, it took them 6 games to finally beat us. We put ourselves in this situation to be here and take the fat ass L here. Don't be anyone that's like, oh well, LAFC fans. Look, yeah, I get it. I see it. I see it everywhere. Yes, LAFC barely came out. You know, all of a sudden it came out like fucking roaches. That's the fact.
100%.
All my LAFC fans all of a sudden were calling me and doing shit that are, quote unquote my friends. All of a sudden, but the last 5 games, calladitos. But you know what? Fuck all that. Let them do the thing. I get it. I would have done the same shit. It's our stupid ass team's fault for setting this situation up the way it is. Own that shit as a Galaxy fan. Own the shit that their team took a fucking massive shit on certain games. You know what? Rudy, toss the Colorado game into that. Toss the fucking Houston game there. Toss the fucking Vancouver game in there.
Even the Atlanta game. Remember how many chances we had in the Atlanta game?
Ooh.
It doesn't. There was a few games, right? There's a few games. New York City at CFC at home.
Yes.
And granted, sure, they were the best team in the East. I get that. But still, though, there was several games that
Rebels
come to mind.
away.
Colorado
Portland.
away, right? Like you said,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Exactly. Multiple. You're right. blame your own fucking team for setting themselves up for the situation to take a fat ass out.
Yeah.
Now, you just played the quote unquote best team in the league. You scored 3 goals on them at home. You made it interesting late. It is what it is. Season's over. We move on.
Yep. Yeah, man. I don't think I have anything more to say about the game itself. I do have something to say about everybody who attended the game. Shout out to you guys. Like I listen, when I was able to be upstairs, I seen everybody putting in work. When I was downstairs in just that general area where they had all the Galaxy fans, they were putting up work to a point where they're 3,000 whatever fucking number is that they are. You couldn't hear them. You couldn't hear them from our section, right? Like, and I'm not saying that like if you're close to them, you couldn't hear them. I'm saying like from our section where we were at, y'all put in some motherfucking work. Y'all made some fucking noise because I couldn't hear them from where we were standing, where we were at. So shout out to you guys, and listen, this goes throughout the whole fucking year. Big thanks, big part to Angel for fucking really putting in work and getting people to go out fucking traveling. That goes to Mingo, that goes to all you fools that travel a lot. Like the whole fucking year head high because the G fans putting in work this year, man. G's fans putting in work. So shout out to all you guys. That show's dope. Fuck Apex Security. Fuck the CHPs working at the stadium, and fuck the LAFC FO. Period. Fuck all of them.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Facts.
We've been going on for a little bit. So George, we got questions?
Yes, sir. I've been looking through the names to see if I could pronounce them correctly.
All right. Let me hit the.
You know what I mean? We're still fucking up big, bro. I think the score's gonna be 2-0 Galaxy.
I mean, we did better than I expected.
Fuck San Jose.
Fuck LAFC. Fucking G's are gonna be coming on top, right?
All right, George. Here we go. Let's see how well you can read these names.
Can I start off something really quick though?
Yeah, go for it.
Shout out to Eric, the Portuguese Hammer. I chopped it up with him a little bit right after the game when it ended, and I had to shut down the whole situation. People swear that I have beef with Corner of the Galaxy, right? And that's not necessarily the case. I have beef, yes, absolutely, with a specific person there, but it's not the people that are on Thursday nights. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, I feel you. Go check out the last.
Time I ever listened to Corner of the Galaxy, and if they want to at me too, say, "Oh, well, we don't listen to you," then I happily won't listen to your shit. But the only time I listen to it is on Thursday nights, and I had a very transparent conversation with Eric. He gave me a sticker, and we're homies, and I got pictures of him to prove it.
All right, George.
I like that guy.
Let's go with your pronunciations for today.
All right. Starting off with this _ guy Mike.
All right.
Pretty good.
Hold on. Before you go on.
Talking to Mike though.
Before you go on, right? Is underscore, not underscroll. Just I'm gonna throw that out there. Just what I mean. Just
say that again.
Underscore.
All right. Give me a mulligan. That's a mulligan. All right, for sure. This _
there you go.
guy _ Mike wants to know what L hurts the most, against the scum of the North or against LAFC?
Oh, San Jose, hands down. Fuck that. We would have won one game against them, just one game at all. Potentially, hypothetically speaking, we can be talking about a different season.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Listen, I'll say this though. I was definitely in my feels losing to them in the playoffs. Like that one, like that. Like again, next season. I hear you, Angel, but right now though, like losing them in the playoffs, I was in my feels because of this shit.
Listen, I guess everyone has a different opinion. Listen, by the way, Alan Gordon was there. I told him to his face, I still don't fuck with him. So you guys know how I feel about that. He walked away from me, told it to his face, and apparently he might be at our ACB holiday party. So I'll tell him there again. I don't give a fuck.
All right. Eddie _ Nags says, I've submitted I love you guys about 10 times, but Jorge always ignores me. Why is Jorge such a jerk?
Why is Jorge such a jerk?
Same reason why he doesn't show up to play on Sundays.
He's
not reliable.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Damn, bitch.
God damn.
The fuck was that about? The fuck I do to you? Fuck the Clippers.
Wow.
You called me a loser bitch today.
Oh,
Fuck
that's
you.
accurate. Though. Accurate. Accurate.
Oh, my bad. Damn, my bad. That's accurate. All
In
right.
our safe zone chat, dog.
Yeah,
You fucked
actually.
up.
Nah,
Safe
Hey, Rudy,
space.
you got the standings up yet?
That's it.
All
First
right.
place,
Fuck
baby.
Jesse.
Underscore cheesy 121 wants to know when are the ACB jerseys available for pickup? God damn.
They're already available for pickup. Have been available. Listen, they've been available multiple times. You people don't fucking make it out to pick up your shit. We tell you when they're out there. Now you wait, and we'll figure it out this week how we can get jerseys out there to people again.
Next question
We have
from him.
multiple
Any
chances.
ACB holiday party updates?
December 7th holiday party.
Yep.
If you guys
More
want to
info.
go, if you haven't gotten the invite yet, you check your emails. Should have been an invite.
Save the date.
From-
Save the date. Not
Yeah,
the invite.
December 7th. And if you do want to go, shoot. If you guys didn't get that email, shoot us an email on Straight from the Stands, or you know what, DM Rudy, George, myself, or Masa. Just like, hey, I'm interested in the ACB holiday party. I'm sure we'll get you guys added on that guest list. By the way, we'll get you that VIP treatment. We have bottle service and everything.
Hell yeah. All right.
That's Angels tab.
LA Galaxy Outsider wants to know new kits for the 25th season. Something special y'all would like to see?
I can confirm
What are you confirming?
that I
Angel?
don't know.
What are you confirming, Angel?
Listen, the only thing I can confirm is that the FO, in this case, they are not naive to the throwback stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes to the 25th season, we've seen some renditions, and I think Rudy, you were there. I think they may have mentioned. I brought it up right at the meeting we had with Galaxians and the Outlaws and Ghosts and the people for the North End at the base. I brought it up right about what if they're still gonna planning on doing this shit. Yeah. So they have some ideas of what they want to do, basically paying homage to the colors from way back in the day, but still incorporating the current colors and the old logo. And ideas are there, but they're definitely gonna take a little bit of time off, I'm sure, and we're gonna revisit stuff in January, February.
Yeah, like
So yeah, it's definitely gonna happen.
like it's definitely gonna happen. Something to pay homage to the 25 years of legacy.
Armenta underscore R121 wants to know favorite moment from the season.
Favorite moment from season?
Yeah.
What's your favorite moment of the season?
Damn.
That's tough. I had fun this year.
I'm gonna say away travel. All
I'm
the
gonna
away
say-
games that I went to.
That's a good one.
Were dope.
I'm gonna say throwing
That
a
was
water
fun.
bottle at Shea Salinas.
Allegedly.
I confirm I tried to throw a water bottle at Shea Salinas, but whoever gave me that water bottle was open. So when I launched it at Shea Salinas,
I
the
know
water
who
fell
it
out.
was.
Oh, you
I
do?
know
I
who
have
it
no. To this day, I still have no idea who gave me that water bottle. But
You know who
somebody
gave you that
gave me
water bottle? It was Carrick.
Hell yeah, Carrick, my dog. Oh, you know what? That actually might be. Obviously, I wasn't there, but the Carrick story for sure. Listening to the Carrick story is probably one of my favorite moments too.
I'll say that 7-1 trashing was fucking dope at the stadium. So that's probably my favorite moment.
Cool dog. I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know.
All right. Robbie Moore wants to know when Old Head show coming out.
Yeah, that's when I get all these old heads to meet up with me. So, and I think I said old heads, and I shouldn't have said old heads. We are planning a podcast with a lot of ACP members who have been around for a long time, and who have really helped move our culture forward. So we want to do a show for that, so everybody get an insight of some of the stories from back in the days. And not even that far back in days, but just some of the stories that maybe you're not aware of.
I mean, listen, 2007. At this point, it's kind of wild. It's wild. It's already over 10 years, dog. And there, I mean, listen, I wasn't there those early years. Like was it first 2 years? I think George and I didn't come into the picture until like late 2010, officially 2011. But like we weren't there for the San Jose story at the Coliseum with the flags and all that shit that happened. We weren't there for that.
Yeah.
And
So
obviously we know the stories, but we weren't there for that. There's a lot of stuff that happened the first 2-3 years before we joined.
So you'll get a lot of
Civil
that.
War.
You'll get a lot of that. A lot of stories.
Listen, we didn't even talk about the fight with Lars if people want to hear it. Listen, we too nice with them now where nobody gives a shit anymore. But that shit went down.
Listen,
It did go down. There was beef with Galaxy before too. We could talk about that shit. You guys want to hear it?
We'll talk a lot of stories that won't incriminate anybody. First and foremost, but yeah,
we can just give fake names like Carrick.
that's gonna be a part of what we're the content we're trying to provide in the off season. So, like always, stay aware of our socials, and we'll keep you updated when stuff's coming out.
All right. Daisy.Leonora wants to say, just want to say one thing. We don't lose. We either win or we learn.
No, we
We
lost.
took
Fuck
an
that.
L. We took a fat ass L. We
L.
took a
We took a fat ass L. Fuck that.
No
No.
disrespect, Daisy, but we took a fat ass L.
Fuck. Okay. Rocker Da.
Okay.
Pretty
Okay.
good.
Okay.
If people is an option for next year, do you take it or look somewhere else? I close my eyes and I pick something else. Fuck that. I don't choose anything. Fuck.
All right, hold on.
bro.
Wait. Let me
Repeat
ask you a
again?
question then.
Repeat it again.
You have the option between people and Siani.
People. Easy call. Easy call. People.
People.
Dog, if you don't say people right now, dog,
remember
I don't know.
Remember
No, it
Siani.
hurt for me to
Remember
say people. I
Siani.
know the answer is people, but it hurt for me to say people.
People, yeah, for sure. Just want to
All
throw it
right.
out there. All right, hold on. Wait. What's the name? That other cat. Let's say between people and Lopez, the Brazilian one that we got from Chivas USA.
Oh,
What's the name
fuck.
of-
Lopez. Something Lopez, right?
yeah. I can't remember.
Lopez or some shit like that.
Yeah, some shit like that.
That
Who
boy
you
was
rather
bad
take?
too. He was bad too. Fuck. Wait, so it's people or him?
Yeah, people or him.
People. He was bad too. He was really, really
All
bad.
right.
All right. Edwin 08 Bryant wants to know, how can we deal with the pain and heartbreak? Listen.
I could
He's a Galaxy
I
fan,
could tell
they
you
should
right
come
now.
with it.
Cocaine.
I could tell you
No.
right now. Foot season is live and well. It might not stop the bleeding. It might be more bleeding, but it's painful and it just drifts
Dog,
away.
you are
from
not selling
Galaxy.
this at all.
Listen.
Well, I'm just saying.
Here, here,
It's
here.
a different kind of pain.
I'll tell you what we do, right? You get yourself an eighth of some good sativa so you can be mellow fuck out. And you watch a full season of Rhythm and what is it? Rhythm and Flow on
Flow.
Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like 12 hours and you forget for a little bit. That's what I did.
Or
A shit ton of ice
Or-
cream?
hold on. Or you could be an Arsenal supporter and just laugh.
Accurate
Yeah,
as fuck.
and you'd be like, oh no, Galaxy, fuck yeah, Galaxy for life.
You could learn a new trade and start cooking meth, like some Breaking
What
Bad
the
shit.
fuck? No.
Well, I said
Why
cocaine.
not?
I said cocaine.
And I say no
you
to
guys
that too.
ignored
What the
me.
fuck's wrong with you guys, man?
All right.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Stand 07 has 3 things to say. Time for a new defense. After this game, now I see how Massa is polenta.
Fuck. Why they
shit.
coming at you like that?
And
I
anyone
don't
want to
know.
take a trip with me to bring back Van Damme? Ooh.
I'm
Nah,
down.
fuck that fool.
I love Van
Listen,
Damme, bro.
I
love
love
Van
me
Damme.
my Van Damme, but even I think right now he's maybe too. Maybe he should have never left. But at this point, I don't know, man.
Well,
he's
listen.
already-
He didn't say he wants to bring back a player. He could be a capo for us. You know,
that's true. That's true.
he could be a bartender. Like we could just bring him back.
That's
I love
true.
that guy. You know what I mean? You don't have to play for
Yeah,
us.
yeah. You're right. Him or Michi guy. Who do we want?
Van Damme. 'Cause he's down.
Yeah, Van Damme.
Damn. Hey, I want to hear this from the ladies. Who would they rather see without a shirt? Michi guy or Yella Van Damme giving you micheladas?
I'm
That's what I
gonna
want.
vote right now, and I'm gonna say Angel. Cause he's
Oh, hey, that's why you're my friend. Dog. I love you.
Pocket size Van Damme. Pocket
Listen,
size
I
Van
am
Damme.
pocket size Van Damme.
Without the
Yeah,
tattoos though, you gotta get some tats on you though. You gotta get some ink on you.
All right. Well, I can get those fake ones, so it's okay.
Get it, hand
Just for the
tattoos
picture. Yeah, just for the pictures.
for the gram.
All right. Edwin O'Brien wants to also know, did Jonah get snubbed on the MLS starting 11?
Fuck
Fucking
yes.
percent.
Absolutely.
If
What'd you say?
we're
What'd you
talking
say?
about an agenda for that piece of shit team, the fact that Atuesta got picked over Jonah, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here.
It was funny because you said this when we were having the conversation earlier.
Yeah.
He said like, listen, it was if it wasn't clear before after seeing Jonah get snubbed out of the best 11, that's a fucking joke, man. That is a fucking joke. Whatever.
Listen, my man is running the Mexican national team right now in the center midfield, bro. Sure, they got their asses beat by a sorry ass Argentina team, but still, though, he's running that midfield too. And then, oh boy, can't get in the starting 11. Please.
best midfielder in MLS.
Easy.
Yeah,
call.
hands down.
Easy
And
call.
that's not being biased because we're Galaxy fans, but that's a fact.
It's not
That's
even
a fact.
No, we could easily say Icapara was the best defender in the league.
Yeah.
And we should have got him. Fucking
Yeah,
idiots,
yeah.
man.
Oof. All right. Galaxy_outlaws says, does Massa like to be famous? Question mark. And thanks, Strength, for the stands. Y'all some real motherfucking G's.
Love
I
you.
love
Who
you.
said that?
Love you.
Manny from the Outlaws.
I love
I
man.
love you too.
Yeah, man, he's it.
I love you, bro.
What was the question? There was a question in there. I'm pretty sure. I just heard love you, love
Does
us.
Massa like to be famous? It was about Massa.
Oh, Massa, you like being famous? Massadrini?
Dog, Masa's the
No,
one with
no,
dog.
no.
Are you serious? Masa's the most famous one of all.
Masa's the-
Apparently, people can't even get close to him because he has security all around him.
Yeah, that's
You
accurate.
guys remember early season? People
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't get. Listen, I can confirm. I have a friend who's like, oh, damn, she's seen Masa, and apparently someone came up to her. I was like, oh, damn, you know Masa from straight from the stands? It's like, yeah, the fuck, I've known him before you.
The best I got was getting called a YouTuber. Oh, I'm like, you oh, the YouTuber, huh?
That's right. Yeah,
All
you're a
right.
YouTuber.
All right.
Yeah, you're a YouTuber. Okay, I see you, Ninja. All right, I see
All
you.
right.
All right, I see you.
All right.
All right, Ivan.
He's been reading that shit too. This is when we're talking.
No. It's Ivan.s underscore says, should we bring in a DP center back to put order in the back line or a DP creative mid? If the options was between those two, I'll do a center back just because we do have we already have someone like Jonah.
Listen, I don't like neither choices. I want a DP striker, but if I have to choose one, I'm gonna go for a DP fucking creative.
Wait, hold on. See, I guess I'm taking the question based if we keep the players that we have now, which obviously doesn't make sense. But that's how I took it. As in, if we can add something to the squad right now, to me, it's a no-brainer. We add, fucking Diego Lindo. That's all right. I've been right all along.
Oh, bro, that's all we need, and some fucking solid backs. That's it. Well, we need a new back four, dog. To be honest, but Diego Lindo is life.
There's his goat. That's what you mean. Chill.
All right, Osmond Bank
right?
121 wants to know best memory of the season in this order. Angel first because he takes too long to answer. Rudy, Jorge, and Masa.
I think I already answered that. Throwing a water bottle at Shea Salinas. Fuck Shea Salinas.
Yep, that 7-1. That 7-1 victory. Masa. George. Yeah.
I would say the Central American night.
Oh yeah. Wait, was that the
Central American night?
That's 7-1, no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. That's why it was so fucking popping. My bad, Angel. You weren't there.
Yeah.
Damn, that was fast.
I wasn't there either, Angel. I got you, dog.
Ah, hell yeah, my boy, dog. What about you, Masa? What's your favorite moment?
Definitely Cincinnati away, dog. That was one I'm never gonna forget. Just hanging out with Mingo too. Hanging out with Mingo the next day, like hanging out with everybody. It was not a lot of us, but it was a good trip, man.
See, I could have said Portland, but the problem is I don't remember it. So,
All right, let's go to George.
Honorable mention.
Go for it.
600 to San Jose. Let's do 1,000 next year.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, George.
He comes to fight me in the ass. G Yepes 8. I got it.
Yeah, I think you got it. Yeah, I think you got it. Yeah.
Should the Galaxy let Zlatan go?
Yes.
Simple yes or no question. Masa.
No.
Yes.
Ooh, split on that. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Not right now, but definitely let's talk about this.
Well, we gotta do it before he decides to leave.
Yeah, we can talk about it now.
Well, listen, he won't decide until December.
December.
Yep.
How do you know that?
Because that's when his contract's over. So I don't think he'll announce anything until then.
Are you sure about that though? It's not then.
Yeah, listen, I think so. Listen, we could do it next week. We could could talk about.
Watch him announce that shit tomorrow. Napoli for sure, guaranteed.
Then me and George are right.
Yeah.
It would be first time.
Oh man. This is a R4. All right, Rami _ Bummyloke 3. God damn.
Yeah. No. Okay. Listen, you're right.
You
George.
did good, baby.
Yeah,
You did good, baby.
You did real good.
I appreciate that. Damn, y'all nice today. Who do you think will stay with the Galaxy for 2020? Let me start off by saying I'm pretty sure we're gonna have like a full-on discussion throughout the off season about this.
Yeah.
So,
Save this one for next week.
we'll save it for the near future.
Yeah. So if this is your first season with us, we do who stays, who goes. We do what do we expect. So we have a whole rollout of content for you in the off season. So we're not going anywhere.
Start next week, just based on whatever contracts we know now. And
let's see who drops.
Yeah.
Who we dropping? Next week? Let's do that. All right, fine. We'll do that. We're doing it next week. Tune in next week. We got you.
Rosie Soma wants to know, can we expect GBS and DTK to create a championship caliber team for 2020 realistically? I'm pretty sure we'll talk about this a lot in depth.
But short answer?
But my answer is yes, 100%.
Listen, absolutely. With what GBS had right now to play with, given his limitations and the contracts
and
he
the
already
injuries.
had. Listen, we still have João Pedro on this fucking squad.
Yeah.
On the books. So with Drini gone for the majority of the season and we made it this far, yeah, absolutely.
All right. I just want to let y'all know that I did pretty good on Instagram. Now we're going to Twitter.
Nice.
Oh shit, this is dope. Glenn _2 ends 121 says it's pronounced Glenn _2 ends 121. I swear to
We
God,
need
this is a
that. We need
question.
that more. We need more of that.
Hey, if y'all could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. Does Romain come back next season? If yes, does he come back as a DP? If no, why?
Yes, that's time.
Personally, there it is. Yeah,
Who?
Oh, my bad, George.
Who are we talking about?
Alessandrini.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I thought you were asking the question for us to answer.
Oh, I agree. I'm with you guys. Yes, it's time. Listen, and actually, you know what? Can we take a second for this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Ooh, yeah.
Actually, did we get any questions about Antuna? Do you know we got any questions about Antuna? Because I can save it for that.
No, not that I see.
All right. So we all seen the rumors of Antuna Chivas, Antuna Benfica, Antuna everywhere. Right? Antuna's flying everywhere. After what I saw just these last two games and remembering what Drina brings, if we could get him some kind of physio that's gonna keep him healthy, I don't see why we're bringing Antuna back. Like I really like this man, though. I really like his technique. I really like
Well,
this man.
really quick though,
Especially the
I'm not
tempo.
saying I'm debunking you, but apparently DTK earlier today, or was it yesterday? He came out saying that apparently Galaxy has the money and the methods to bring Antuna back for next season, that they can match whatever any other team wants to give Man City for the loan. So, based on those comments alone, it sounds like the Galaxy are trying to go in all in for Antuna. I'm not saying all in as in buy him, but all in for a continued loan for next season.
And maybe even after that too. Like it makes sense though. The kid's young, right? The kid's young and he possesses a few things that are exceptionally well in this league, right? Like that speed is gonna always kill this league. So I see it. I see. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
Because again,
100%.
offensively, we haven't had any issues. We've been scoring goals.
Yep, no, I agree. I agree. All right.
All right.
That was it.
C1007 wants to know the season ends on a high for me. The defense on this team is really bad, and to make playoffs and win a game was a success. I am really happy we witnessed a hell of a game last Thursday. #Angel out.
Fucking hey, Hello Kitty, I beat you.
Listen, I can confirm that next year you guys are gonna have Chris in here instead.
Probably.
Hello Kitty, and I'm gone.
So I'll say this right. A short. I'm okay the way the season played out, and especially because of what you mentioned with the shit defense. Some regret there because I think we could have done a few things better, but I'm okay with it. I'm excited for next year.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think I think we mentioned it. To me, the season is a success. It's just staying a little bit who we lost to, but we could have lost to anyone else, and I still would have said it was a success.
Yeah, it's amplified a little bit more the fact that we lost to LAFC, right? Which is why people are feeling some type of way. But I think I said we were out in the first round.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Take that.
Listen, I gotta go back. I'm not do this week. I'm gonna go back and we're gonna see what we predicted we would end up in.
I have that.
Do you have it?
Yeah. I already know I lost.
I said we're just making the playoffs.
You said championship, right?
That's championship.
Yeah,
I have that. Let me tell you. Damn. Okay. So Angel predicted 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Top 3 in scoring. Is that a yes or no?
I don't think that's a yes.
I'm not sure.
I don't think that's a yes.
Okay. Top 5 best defense.
No, but those were my hot takes. Those were hot takes.
Okay.
Prediction for the season.
Listen, whatever. Like you at one point said that.
Second in the
remember
West.
saying hot takes though. Oh, that's what I had predicted though.
What'd you say? What do you
Second in the West.
Second in the West.
Oh, we could have got that too. We could have got that too.
And MLS Cup, we win it. Masa says, oh shit. Gio goes off 10 plus goals, 6 plus assists. Yuppie.
In America.
What else? What else you got?
He also says MLS Cup, Supporter Shield, and US Open Cup.
God damn.
Damn.
What's Masa,
I
dog?
got
That surprised me.
I got 4th in the West and Western Conference Finals.
Damn, you're off by 1, 2, and both of them.
Yeah.
You're off by
One on each.
Yeah.
And Rudy says Bingham takes us to first place, 15 points. And
Oh, it's
he
a fifth
says
point.
that we
They got
get 3rd in the West
Damn.
and MLS Cup win it.
Damn, I said all that.
Wait, how did we get third in the West? But yeah, you say first.
Takes us to first place.
Yeah, how can you take us to first place but still
I,
be in third?
I think that one's that. I think that take is Bingham, like giving us 15
Yeah.
points. I think that's that because for some reason they're both there. But my
Something.
first take was Bingham giving us 15 goals or whatever. But
Yeah, and
or,
you got third in the West, and you said MLS Cup, we win it. So far, this just proves that I'm the smartest motherfucker on this podcast.
you're off by one, yeah, and both of them. On both of them. I picked my
Yeah, I'm
numbers.
glad I saved that shit. That shit's actually cool. I'm gonna do that shit for next season.
All right, yeah.
All right, what's going on? Let's go.
Gio
Next
goes
question.
off.
Next question.
We were top
is-
5 defense though for like at least the first half of the season.
Well, the first 10 games of the season, Philip
So
Rivera
shit,
says that.
we're looking good at first. I was like, oh, okay,
All
okay.
right.
then we
Ramiro
got-
wants to know: do you think GBS got it wrong by starting people Romney and our kitchen? We
Yeah.
answered that.
Yep.
What are your immediate gut reactions? Whether the following players come back? Foucher, yes or no?
Fulcher, yes or no? Quick take.
No.
No,
Yeah,
No.
consensus? No. Kitchen?
Yes.
Fabio?
No.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Yes. Antonation?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
No.
no,
Pontius?
No.
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 Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
yes,
Yes.
Nah, I think he's done.
Corona? Yes.
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 Ibrahimovic?
Yes.
That one.
No.
no.
All right. That was a really good question. Galaxy Fan 96 wants to know, now that 2009 is over for the G's, how can we, the G supporters, make 2020 even better in the new safe standing
Yes.
at away games and watch parties? And what do ACB and other supporter groups have planned for 2020?
Bitch, what are you trying to say about my away games and my viewing parties? The
Listen-
fuck did I do better?
Listen, we just gotta make it better. Listen, let me start off by
Okay.
saying, this year we saw so many new people really get involved and really elevate a lot of little things. Anywhere from like just joining us at away games. Like a lot of people went to away games like the third game of the.
Hey, on that note, dog, shout out to Stacy's brother Misa.
Misa,
Not
yeah.
only this motherfucker, he traveled, he got on a plane, he went to Houston, and this piece of shit got me drunk in front of y'all. Dog,
Yeah.
that was a famous dog. He went on 4 away trips this year.
First one was San Jose, huh?
Yeah, for
it's crazy how I've seen so many new people come in with their friends, get really close with other people, and then just become part of us.
Exactly. Shout out to my boy Carrick.
Yep, Carrick. Like this, listen, I can mention, I can mention a shit ton of people, and I don't want to do it because I don't want to leave anybody out. But do that though. Like if you're interested at all in joining ACB, Galaxians, or Outlaws, listen, come into it and see where you fit in, see how you can help out if you want to help out, and just get involved because that right there, like, is taking us, like this year to me as a supporter, to me, is now part of the leadership group for ACB. It's been dope. And it's been dope because a lot of people have been involved in ways that we hadn't seen before. So more of that when it comes to like, how do we get better?
And just to throw it out there, my bad. You don't have to be part of a supporter group to be involved and assist the supporter groups, right? For example, the viewing parties. Yes, while half of them are done by supporter group members, that help us put them together. There's some that don't. Like the San Diego one, the Cracks. My contact there, she's not part of any supporter group. She's just a hardcore Galaxy fan. If I recall clearly, the guy in Las Vegas, he's also a Galaxy fan. I think he kind of affiliates a little bit with ACB, but I don't think he's official. But you get the point. The people out in Phoenix are trying to get their shit going. They're not affiliated to any supporter group. It's quite a few of those that are like that. I think again, there's a few of those. You don't have to be part of a supporter group to help. Yes, you can reach out to supporter groups. Obviously, we will get the stuff out there. We have more outreach. But just because of that doesn't mean if you want to do a viewing party in your local neighborhood, if you're in the west, look, if you're listening to this shit and you live in the west side, Culver City, Santa Monica,
Playa.
Venice, Playa Vista, we need help out there. We don't have anyone. We've tried to do it a few times, and the people that I keep trying to communicate with, just keep following. And listen, I'm not gonna knock those people. I get it. People have lives. This is something that we do. This is volunteer work. We don't get paid for this shit. We don't get paid anything. But people go out of their way and help us do this shit. So if you want something in your neighborhood, like in terms of viewing parties, help us do that shit. Don't say, "Oh, well, where's my viewing party? Come on, get one." Bitch, do something.
Maybe a little nicer than that, but yeah.
To add to that, to add to that, I think what I would recommend is when the schedule comes out, we get it. People can't make these trips. It's expensive. When the schedule comes out, pick one away game. Pick one away game. If you're afraid about going by yourself, there's a lot of people that have hit us up on this podcast saying, "Hey, we're going by ourselves." And I didn't make it to those games, but you guys could say those people went out by themselves, and I'm sure they had a hell of a time. So if this is going to be your first time traveling, look at the away trips. Pick one, and I guarantee you, there's going to be Galaxy fans going to these trips. At least one.
Just to add to that, just to add to what George is saying, every year when the schedule comes out at the beginning of the season, we do a podcast and we talk about away trips and which away trips we want to target in big numbers. So just listen to that, man. Listen, we get Miami.
Miami.
Coño.
Damn, y'all gonna get coño. Okay.
To address what George said.
To the podcast next year.
To address what George said, we mentioned this either an episode or two ago. We had at least a minimum of 30, 40 pockets of a group of Galaxy supporters every single away game this year. Every single away game this year. So if you think that just because you don't see, massive numbers going to Columbus midweek, listen, there was still a good 20, 30, and at least half of those were, known supporter group members that go hard as fuck all the time.
Shout out Evelyn, shout out Carlos.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't mean it's going to be the same situation all the time. I mean, I can tell you, Seattle this year away, shittiest away game I've ever been to in my life because of the stands. But it's going to happen sometimes. But even then, it was still a great ass fucking time. We still had a dope ass time. I still enjoyed my trip in Seattle. There's going to be people at every single away game next year, too. Yeah, we're going to push the crap out of it. Guarantee it. So if there is a game you want to address or you want to go to, shoot a message to one of the supporter groups. Shoot us a message. We'll connect you with people if we're ourselves not going to go. Listen, this year, I think I went to more away games than I went to home games. So.
Well, because you had to.
Listen, because I had to, yes, but that's not the point. Listen, I was midweek. I was in RSL. I was in RSL. I was planning on working from Seattle if our team would have made it. We'll make this happen. Point is, you really want to go? Don't we're like, there's no group going.
Bernie, you a pussy. I told him about Houston, $70 flight. But hey, Bernie, we got to get you out. All right, moving on.
Good question.
I'm already excited for next year, dog. I'm excited for next year traveling already. Just talking about this shit. Alex the Great he has two questions. Do you think we'll keep Bingham on or try to get another goalkeeper?
I don't think that's priority. I think if there's opportunity, we might move him, but I don't think it's priority.
I agree. If something falls into our lap, I think we take it, but I'm okay with him.
Angel, you okay with him?
Listen, if Vito Manone ended up being goalkeeper of the year, starting in the best 11, and he used to be an Arsenal goalkeeper, we can do better than David Bingham.
But listen, all right, so let's dive into this just a little bit.
Well, obviously he's a DP, and I don't want to spend DP, and I'm with
international 100%. Spot and all that. Like,
yes, absolutely. Again, but like you said, if something can fall in our lap, yes, please, Lord, baby Jesus, let fall in all of our laps right now, all types of laps. Your lap, my lap, her lap, his lap, everybody's lap.
Everybody get some lap dance. What?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Oh shit!
What?
All right.
What?
Okay.
Sorry. Next question, please.
Right. The next question is a little awkward, huh?
Wait, what?
Red. Look at you, dog.
Wait, what?
All right. Serginho Dest officially committed to playing for the U.S. national team. Do you think Galaxy should try and go get him?
Dest?
No.
I don't think he's coming to MLS. Just because he committed to the U.S. doesn't mean he's coming to the MLS.
Like, he plays in
Ajax.
Yeah,
he's a starter.
I started there. We'll fucking company with Galaxy. Yeah.
All right.
10 years.
Underscore score.
You got it.
Excuse me, Rudy.
Lexus D. If I'm not mistaken, Pavon was on loan for 2019. Do you guys think the G's will buy him for 2020 or he goes somewhere else if better options come?
He's on an 18-month loan, so he's back next year.
Yeah.
There it is. And last but not least, Fernando.
Hold on, really quick. That doesn't mean, though, that Boca can, out of nowhere, decide to pull him back and take him back.
Yikes.
However, that's very unlikely, highly unlikely. So, realistically, he's here next year.
Yeah.
All right, Fernando 08333362123308004.
Call Mike Jones up on the low.
Too soon for rumors, LOL. But hearing Darwin Seren is close to coming to Galaxy. Don't know anything about him. This is I can't wait.
Here we go.
Ozil, another big name coming up as well.
Oh, wait, hold up. They just said a big name?
Oh, no, Ozil. Ozil's also linked. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. First of all, let's start with the Salvadoran player. I'm Salvadoran. There is not a single fucking sorry ass Salvadoran player I want near my LA Galaxy team. Not even remotely close unless they're playing for the opposite team. Players like Darwin Seren and Bonilla and todas esas otras que valen verga, you go play for those sorry ass teams like Houston Dynamo. You go be a star there. We don't need that trash in our team. Masa, we were gonna get into this beforehand.
Oh,
Would
shit.
you rather have a sorry ass player like Darwin Seren on your bench, or would you rather have Antuna on your bench, or would you rather have Fabio on the bench, or would you rather have, just based on the game alone that just passed, Corona on the bench or Drini on the bench, just for what, because Antuna started, Drini, Corona, or Alvarez. Out of all three of those, would you rather have any of those three, or would you have sorry ass Darwin Seren?
I'd rather have the boys I have right now.
Get close to the
So
mic.
so he said he'd rather have the ones that we have now. And that's exactly my fucking point. None of those fucking sorry ass Salvadoran players, whether you play in for Santa Tecla or whatever fucking team, El FAS, El Alianza, el fucking Pollo Campero, I don't give a fuck. Those sorry ass players are garbage. They suck. They're good for other teams. They're not good enough for the fucking Galaxy. And no, I am not a self-hating Salvadoran. I'm a realistic. I want my team to fucking win, to win championships, and I want to bring the best possible players. I don't give a fuck where they're from. I don't care what color they are. It could be purple for all I care. It could be fucking pink for all I care. I want the best possible players, and unfortunately, to break it down to you Salvadorans out there that are full of, that you guys think that Selecta is something, the Selecta is below shit. Like,
Wow.
legitimately, they're garbage.
Oh,
It
man,
is. They can beat sorry ass teams like fucking, I don't know, like Dominican Republic or whoever the fuck they lost.
Hey, yo, can
Sorry
we?
ass Island.
No,
Like,
we're about to get attacked by all kinds of different channels right now. Don't just.
I don't give a fuck. This is facts, bro.
I'm
They're
about to
struggling
put the
against
hit 'em up
sorry
soundtrack on
ass
behind you,
teams.
dog.
That's fine. I hit them, all of them up. They're all trash. They're all garbage. There's not a single player in that national team that I would want remotely close. That or the bottom. Look, I get everyone's like, oh, well, it's Salvadoran population. I don't give a fuck about Salvadoran population. I care about my fucking Galaxy, and that's what I care about. I don't want no fucking sorry ass Guatemalan on my team, no sorry ass Salvadoran on my team. They all fucking garbage. They all suck.
I agree.
That's
though.
facts. That's
agree.
real. That's facts.
I agree.
And I get, well, es que quiero traer mi bandera. Trae tu bandera. So what? Bring it. You're representing yourself as a Galaxy supporter. Do that if you care about that so much. Not for the fuck. We don't need those sorry asses. Plus, they might sell themselves for some pollo campero.
And an
The way that
iPad.
they do shit out there, and a fucking iPad. No, don't waste your time with those sorry ass fucking players. They're all garbage. That's a fact. They suck. They're all trash.
Next question, please.
All right, we're going from Central American to Europe. What about Ozil?
Nope. Pass.
Fuck Mesut Ozil.
Pass.
Mesut Ozil is trash. He's lazy as fuck. If people give a shit for Zlatan being lazy, I would rather keep Zlatan on his team. I'll let him be lazy because he, in an instant, can do shit. Mesut Ozil is the laziest fucker that I know. The only reason he was good at Real Madrid is because he had all those great
players
players.
around him.
Sure, I get that 100%. That I'm not gonna deny his ability, but he is not a game changer. You see him at Arsenal.
Yep.
Well, actually, yeah, right now you don't see him at Arsenal because he's not a game changer. He's lazy
dropped.
as fuck. And
Yep.
Rudy, you back me up here. Masa, how long have I been saying that Mesut Ozil is shit? He's useless.
Yep.
When he was with Germany, same thing. He'll create all day, every day. But it's the players around him. Unfortunately, he's not going to have the players that he did at Real Madrid.
No. Mm-hmm.
He proved it at Arsenal. He doesn't have that at Arsenal. And Arsenal has better players than Galaxy does right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't do that there. Come on, dog. You guys, just because you guys see the names, you got to watch these fucking players play.
Yeah.
And pay attention to the shit that they actually do good. I'm not going to deny that beautiful player when it comes to the attack. And yes, but he's not the type of player that we
If
need.
y'all complained about Gio,
Yeah.
Yeah,
fucking bad.
absolutely.
That's accurate.
And
It's accurate.
we're gonna pay Ozil a lot more than
Thank
Gio.
you. Yep,
Yep.
exactly. Thank you, Masa. That's a great fucking comparison right there.
Guys, I finished 100%.
Yeah, you did good, George.
Welcome.
Good.
Finally.
Hey,
That's
that's good
it.
shit, though. Hey, and now you know where to underscore. So
Underscore.
there you go.
Underscore. How now, brown cow? Damn, I'm gonna start doing that shit like an anchorman when he gets ready to say all the names. Hell yeah. How now, brown cow? Unique New York.
All right,
Unique
man.
New York.
Listen, this is not goodbye for the rest of the year.
Hell no.
We'll have a lot of content in the off season. We are gonna go live, but it might be every other week. I think right now we commit to being live next Monday, but then we'll keep you up to date on when we drop any new shit. New shit. It's probably gonna be every other week on Mondays, trying to give you shit the whole way through until the next season starts. But again, thank you so much for fucking with us.
Also, if you guys have any ideas of shit that you would like to see, of content that you guys like, if anything's like, if you guys want, obviously we do the away days, we do the schedule, we do all that shit. But if you guys have any ideas, shoot it. Like this is a Galaxy family. We do this shit because we love to talk it, but we also love this shit because you guys are engaged with us as well.
Listen, we're doing away days stories for this year because somebody in the chat said that they wanted it, so we're doing that. So if you got any suggestions, please let us know. We'll do it.
Hold up. ACB plugs.
Oh, guys.
ACB plugs. These are the ACB plugs. ACB plugs. These are the ACB
plugs.
There are no plugs.
Oh shit. Okay.
I just want
the ACB plugs?
I just wanted the jingle because everyone's like ACB plugs. All right, there you go. There go the plugs. There's no ACB plugs. I mean, I'm sure we will, but nothing confirmed yet. The only thing that is out there, I know people are trying to get their ACB jerseys. We'll figure it out this week with Antonio how we can get them out to you guys. But that's it. Everything else will be out next week or the week after.
Again, right? Thank you for fucking with us the whole season. It was a dope ass season for the Galaxy, for supporters, and for us as a podcast. You guys really fucking like the support. This season was ridiculous. Shout out for all the reposts, all the likes, all the comments, all that shit just really helped us out for spreading the word. We owe you guys. So anything you guys want to hear, any content you want us to make, let us know. We're there for you. We're gonna cook us some shit. We're gonna come back harder for next MLS season. Again, it's not goodbye. It's see you next week because we're gonna be here the whole time.
So long. And follow us on our individual ID. If y'all want to see Rudy game, y'all want to see some workout shit, y'all want to see the Clippers lose, y'all want to see me scare Isel, follow us.
All right, man.
That's funny. That's really funny to me.
With that being said, this is another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm your boy Rudy at IamSmart on Twitch, IamSmart on Twitter, IamSmart on the gram. Send help.
This is George, J Undefeated 7. Hashtag pray for Rudy. Hashtag pray for Isel too. Damn.
Pray for Isel.
Hey, and if you sorry ass Salvadorans and Guatemalans who wanted to beef it with me and try to talk shit for the sorry ass players, feel free at me. I'll give you $20 too, and I bet you sell yourself really quick. Leave me the fuck alone. At LiveItAF96 on Twitter, 88691 on Instagram, or come through to my house. We can square up too if you want to try to defend those sorry asses.
Yo, what the fuck? This is how you sign off? I love you, but
yeah. Sorry ass players. Sorry asses.
Peace, love, and G's up.
Peace.
What it do, baby?
I'm gonna cut that off.